Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Tech with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a test, and this is not fantasy sports either. We keep it real. Hell, I mean, we are so real that we are yelling at 6:01 in the morning here on the West Coast. So good morning from Bangor, Maine to Anchorage, Alaska. From San Francisco to Miami, we are live on the internet this early in the morning. And folks, thank you for joining us. It is a glorious, absolutely awesome morning, and we're going to get it going. And we're happy now. Good morning, big. Good morning, big dog.
Be shaved.
Well, from time to time, I do have the stupidity of realizing that I have life forms growing and I have to eliminate.
Yeah,
Dude,
I know
you
that
wake up
feeling.
in the middle of the night, not because you have to go to the restroom, but
Because you're like,
there's someone in the room with you. It's like, okay, I got to do me some genocide. I got to get rid of those life forms. Good morning, young man. How are you feeling?
good. I'm doing a lot better. Recovery is coming along great. I, within the last week, learned listen to my body. Otherwise, it tells you. Otherwise, it makes you pay for it when you don't. So,
Oh, yes. You know, big dog, I hear you. I have learned the hard way myself, not as
mm-hmm.
hard as you. I have physical issues that you and I can compare and we can brag about, wow, I have this, it's that. But
Yeah,
not like, well, actually, maybe, yeah, when I got the diverticulitis, which is now
yeah.
diverticulosis, but I still didn't lose any parts. I told you the strangest thing was that hospital took care of me, man. When I was hurting that night, and little Asian lady, this doctor who I swear I was taller than her, seated, but she came up to me and she was telling me, Mr. Noriega, for all in all, you're in good shape on everything. Had you had some other issues, I wouldn't be telling you we're sending you home. I'd be telling you how much of your intestine we took out.
Yep.
You know, but I was drugged over and I'm like, oh, that was my response to her.
Yeah.
But I have not
Pharmaceutical
lost.
drugs. Pharmaceutical drugs are really nice when you're in pain.
You know what? And when they know that you are, they usually get you some good stuff. But I do want to welcome everyone who is watching. Let us know who you are and where you hail from. Drop us a line. Let us know. And folks, I do have some good news. I do have some bad news. I'm going to be going places I don't want to publicly say, but I am going. And I don't know if I'm going to be available over the next week at least. This is genuinely a last minute snap decision. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Holy crap. You know, the cheapness in me said, I am taking this. So I'm going to be going somewhere. Actually, I have a lot of stuff planned over the next summer. So I'm getting them going. And I just, you know, people in my universe will know. I just don't want to obviously say it out loud. But
Well,
yeah.
suffice to say, later on this summer, you will be getting fresh strudel.
Aye, lad. That more than likely. Oh, Copenhagen. I think that's where it is. Okay. Yes, I
You're gonna get some.
understand.
You better not be going back to doing some chop since you're going to Copenhagen.
Oh, very funny. Very, very funny.
Good morning,
Thank you,
Lukies.
thank you. Good morning, Lukies. Well, like I said, those are my universe.
Other than hell,
Yeah, no kidding. Actually, I think I'm being
I'll be there with
released
you.
from hell. I take it back. Lukies, I will let you guys know, but I am effecting my plans now. Ooh, not exactly the big word I was hoping for, but it's happening. So next Saturday, I don't know if I'm going to be available for the sports program. So that's why I already hit up my co-hosts. Hopefully, someone will be able to cover. I may be able to jump into the program, but I really don't. Let me see. Yeah, I really don't know where I'm going to be on the 10th. That's why. And
I can do the 10th. I just need, well, I'll contact maybe Tuesday. You can add me back into the host page off of,
damn it.
and
Yeah,
then I can take care of that. I'll take care of the next Saturday. That's not a problem.
no problem. If I had two phones right now, folks, I would talk about how this is a staff meeting of NDB Media right now. You guys remember a mad world? And I think I got them right. There's a certain number of mads that when the inspector is talking about what he's doing, his daughter calls him and she's like ripping into him, and then the wife calls him and she's ripping in, and then he just puts the phones together. They go at it. I thought that was so funny.
The way to do it.
And I've used that one years ago, saying that was an NDB Media staff meeting, but it's all good. So, Lukey's, thank you. Good morning. And I have, I've got some things coming up. And this one happened last minute, literally less than 6 hours ago.
Literally?
Literally.
Got that.
So I'm really jazzed. I'm really excited about it. So it's kind of cool. So let's go around the horn as we normally do, folks, and let's get this.
I got a quick riddle for you. A quick riddle for you.
And I have one for you. Well, not a riddle, but I have one for you as well.
All right. So Roger and Peter are at the pearly gates, and we're talking to St. Peter to get in. But after one question, we got kicked out. Why did we get kicked out, Roger?
You guys have a heater up here? That's what I probably asked.
No, because when we were told we were getting our wings, Roger ordered Parmesan and I ordered honey barbecue.
Oh, very good.
And St. Peter just went, get out.
Get the hell out of here. It's like, hey, I'm overqualified for your job. That was good. Just the other day, I was over in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, Margarita, God bless that animal. I shouldn't have said that. That human being, that wasn't the joke. That human being is getting much better. And she all of a sudden said, we need a new broom. At which point I asked her, are you going someplace? Oh my God, that one just happened. But anyway, if you guys like that one, that was a scorekeeper joke for the day. But all kidding aside, folks, let's go through it as we do. Got a lot of stuff to get through real quick. So obviously the weather here in hell, otherwise known as NDB Media Headquarters, 63 degrees, is going to get the high 67. Overnight low 54. So it's going to be colder tomorrow than it is right now. Humidity is 66%. Pressure is 29.92 inches. Visibility is only 1.5 miles. And sunrise was 10 minutes ago at 5:59 a.m. Sunset will be at 7:36 p.m. Wind is heading to the northeast at 2 miles per hour. The dew point. Oh, God bless her. The dew point. She's at 51 degrees. UV index is 0 of 11. And the moon phase is a waxing crescent. What do you like right there, big dog? What's the weather out there?
So it's 57 degrees right now, going to a high of 73. Air quality is moderate at 58. The UV index is 0. Winds are 2 miles an hour with gusts at 3 miles an hour, north by northwest. Visibility here is 9 miles, and the humidity is 87%.
Wow, they have a significant cloud cover.
And we are in a waxing crescent, and the next full moon is in 9 days.
Did you hear that, dude? 9 days. Okay, just talking to the moon here. Anyway, taking a quick look at history, back in 1922, Mayor Highland closes 2 streets for the building of Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, back in New York City. In 1958, the 84th Kentucky Derby, Ismael Valenzuela aboard Tim Tam wins in 2:05. Back in 1979, Major League Cleveland Indian Bobby Bonds hits his 300th homer, second to have 300 homers and 300 stolen bases. And very quickly, back in 1986, New York Yankees. Don Mattingly is the 6th to hit 3 sacrifice flies in a game. And there were some significant happenings in Major League Baseball, which we'll get to a little bit later, statistically. And we'll see what's going on. National Rugby League, the Ampol Women's State of Origin, Game 2. The Blues women face the Maroons. And the Telstra Premiership. So actually, they're in their winter break right now, folks. They're not going to resume. Actually, they already did resume. I am so apologize. The women's are now in their little gap thingy, whatever. In the Telstra Premiership, round 9, Sharks 28, Eels 18, Roosters 36, Dolphins 26, Knights 30, Rabbitohs 4. The Warriors, oh my God! Warriors beat the Cowboys 30-26. The West's Tigers 34, the Dragons 28. And later today at 8:50 p.m. local time, Titans visit the Bulldogs, Panthers visit the Broncos at 11:05 p.m. And the Storm visit the Raiders at 1:25 a.m. local time.
And of course, today may not be the exact anniversary, but it is the anniversary of our greatest bullshit triumph of all time on Sports Talk with the Guys. Because today is the World Series of horse racing, the epitome, and we called it. We called the 1 and 2. Biggest bullshit time that we ever had, but we did it.
It's chocolate milk, folks. It's chocolate milk. So talk about dribbling, dude. Yes, we did. And maybe we'll take a quick look at it right now. That was a phenomenal morning. AVP, Huntington Beach Open next week, May 10th through 11th. And folks, everyone in the United States, in 1 week, Stamp Out Hunger hits. Folks, this is the time that we can directly help our neighbors. We're not going to know who they are. We're not going to know what they are. But this is the largest food drive in the United States of America. It is the most effective. It is where 60% of all the food for people who are in need are collected. It is on March 10th, this next Saturday. As you know, they're approaching, I believe it's the 30th anniversary. This one is close to my heart. This is one of the most important ones. Folks, next Saturday, a brown paper bag with 2 cans. Those cans mean a meal for someone, maybe even a family. If you can, give 3 cans, but at the very least, give 2, because these go to your neighbors. Stamp Out Hunger. I'll have the information out in a little bit. You can always check out Stamp Out Hunger on Facebook. You can check it out on, I believe it's the UPS, United States Postal Service website, but it will be next Saturday. It's a big deal. I'm going to be hitting on it all week. I'm going to be harping on it all week. So as I mentioned, Huntington Beach will be May 10th through the 11th. Palm Beach, Florida, May 23rd through 24th. Also, Pompano Beach, Florida. I can't believe I didn't see the pronunciation of that word. It will be also May 23rd and May 24th. Man, I am drooling over this hot chocolate. I don't know what's in there. LPGA, Heron Ryu -14, Somi Lee -12, and coming in at third, Esther Henselite at -11, tied with Su Bin Ju. In the men's, we have an event going on at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson in McKinney, Texas, May 1st to the 4th. Scotty Scheffler, -18. Wow, he's blowing everyone else out entering the third day. Sam Stevens is -12 at 130. Ricky Castillo is all alone at third and -11 at 131. And I believe, yes, well, it's the one I just mentioned. The ladies are playing in Ivins, Utah at the Black Desert Championship, presented by Greater Zion. I did not mention that earlier. In the NHL, folks, man, a lot of stuff is going on. Toronto 4-2 over Ottawa. The Las Vegas Knights 4-3 over Minnesota. Colorado 7-4 over Dallas. Actually, let me back up. Toronto, with the win on the first, takes the series 4-2. The Las Vegas Golden Knights took it 4-2, and with the Colorado win, the series is tied 3-3. Wow. And on the first, Edmonton 6-4 over the Kings, eliminating the Kings. Edmonton takes the series 4-2. Yes. On May 2nd, St. Louis tied the series at 3 over Winnipeg 5-2. And later on today at 8 p.m. Eastern, Colorado visits Dallas for all the marbles. On Monday, St. Louis will face off against Winnipeg. And then we have the next phase, Florida-Toronto, game 1 of round 2. We'll get to that in a little bit. The NBA, last night on the 2nd, wow, Houston 115-107 over the Golden State Warriors. Game 6, that means the series is tied at 3. And game 7
should be tomorrow.
The Clippers and Denver, right?
That's today. The Clippers Denver is today, game 7.
Yes.
Warriors Rockets 3-3. Is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Los Pendejos lost 3 games to 1.
Oh my goodness, big dog. Could we talk about the Pendejos real quick since we are talking about the NBA?
They lost. They didn't have what it takes. They kept breaking down. They would keep it close. In fact, they had the lead a few of those times, those last 3 games. In the fourth quarter, they just could not hold on to it. They had almost absolutely no bench help whatsoever. I kept watching the box score at the end of the game, and I believe they lost in 5. So
5.
Game 4, they had 3 points off the bench for help. That is not going to do it.
I understand that they did not have a big man worthy enough to play. Is that correct?
No, and that has been the problem the entire time. Remember, we had traded for Mark Williams when we let Dalton Connect go along with someone else, and then the Lakers rescinded that trade. There's a lot of talk now that it was, what people like to call buyer's remorse, that they didn't think Mark Williams was worth it, but they said they had medical evidence saying otherwise. Mark Williams did play for the Hornets for the rest of the season and did very well. So I don't know if that trade bit us in the ass because Dalton Connect had absolutely no showing in the playoffs whatsoever. So, but yes, we had no way to stop the big men. I think our biggest guy was 6'9" or 6'10" only. And you're not going to do that against Rudy Gobert, who isn't an offensive force, but he is a defensive force, and you do have to put a body on the guy. So Lakers have a lot to think about during the offseason. JJ Redick showed the fact that he is a rookie coach, as he made some questionable decisions and also lingered dealing with frustration with the team. He could not let it go. And when you're a coach, you have to, deal with the guys and move on. And he couldn't do that. He kept, pounding on what they were doing wrong in previous games. Hey, man, it happened. You talk to your guys. You want to talk to the press, that's up to you. But you move on. And you try to make a game plan. And he just couldn't get by that. So, growing pains as a coach. I mean, he had never coached. We talked about this. I talked about this countlessly about him, be given a head coaching job in essentially one of the most prestigious teams in all of sports. And he was handed that team on a silver platter with absolutely no coaching experience whatsoever. He was a commentator. Now, they may have worked back in the 80s when Pat Riley did it, but Pat Riley went down as an assistant coach for a couple of years and then took over as coach. So there is a difference.
There is indeed. Yeah.
And while we're at about it, coaches, one of the, I would say, top 4 coaches of all time finally stepped down. Greg Popovich announced his retirement from coaching. He had a stroke back in, I believe it was either November, December, and he was still recovering from that. But he says his decision, just like the same thing with Phil Jackson, the decision to step down was because of the pressures of all the travel and all the things that come along with that. And he said his body just can't handle it anymore, which is understandable. He is, I believe, 78 years old, 76 years old. So, but Popovich, Pops, as he's known throughout the league, one of the best coaches of all time, up there with Red Auerbach, Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, and I would say Greg Popovich.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are times that you face an opponent who is clearly superior to you. And that man was very difficult to dislike just because, but you would dislike him because he represented the enemy, but not in an evil way. You just don't like the guy. But even then, it was hard to dislike him. The man was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Everyone and anyone could learn from him and did learn. And having him as an opponent, you knew you were up against someone that was probably going to whoop you without you knowing it. He was just damn good. Even when he had bad teams, allegedly, he still could get them to do some incredible stuff.
Yep. Incredible coach, great guy. We would all laugh because he was so short with all the reporters when they would talk, except for one or two. I think Rachel McNichols, I think he was always cordial with her, maybe one or two others, but for the most part, Popovich gave those one-word answers, and we loved him for it. You know, he was a guy you love to hate, but not really hate.
Wow. Yeah, no, I hear you. That's, yeah, absolutely awesome. Congratulations for him. I kind of understand a little bit of what he's going through.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, I did joke with someone the other day. He says, "Hey, Raj, you're up late." Yeah. I'm up late. What time do you have to get up tomorrow? When God lets me get up. That's going to be the way it is. I mean, I was a bit sarcastic. I mean, don't get me wrong, folks. I mean, I'm not making a joke of it, but it is different. I understand I am on the younger side. I'm one of the really few rare individuals that can say it. And I am fortunate in a way. But it was good. My biggest issue is determining whether I'm going to buy her a Nimbus 2000 or a Nimbus 2001.
Well, what you should do is you should have a matching one so it matches the sisters. Since you always say the sisters have one each. And that's when you can tell that they're there because it's parked on the side of the wall.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. All the good feelings that you were getting, big dog, they're gone now. I can't wait for them to respond on that one. But they may not be Harry Potter fans, so I don't know if they caught the innuendo on that one. But that was good. I appreciate that, big dog. So absolutely awesome. Folks, in IndyCar, the NTT IndyCar Series, next week, May 9th to 10th in Indianapolis, Indiana, 7 days, 10 hours, 4 minutes, and 37 seconds mark. So we'll be taking a look at that one next week, of course. NHRA, the championship drag racing. The next event is the Speed Never Lies at the Gerber Collision and Class NHRA Nationals.
Why would you name the track Collision? Why?
Uh-oh, here we go. Yes, I think she was trying to write it. She's like, yes, I. Oh, we got it. Okay. Just having fun, guys. We're having fun. We haven't had fun in a while. We've had so much crap happening. Now, I do say that I do want to share, and you know what? I'll get to that in a little bit. I was quiet all week, only because I found out that there was a loss in the family, and this one struck a massive blow. And I want to give a shout out. I want to talk about him because he was a good soul. He was a good person. He was a wonderful human being. And I'm kind of already alluding to it right now, but it was an uncle on my father's side. And he was a beautiful soul. He was a kind man. And I do want to talk about him in a little bit. I have some thoughts because we always talk about these extraordinary people that come in and out of our lives, or the people that their lives are cut short. And it's an issue of sadness. And while I am saddened that I will never see him again, this was, like I said, a wonderful human being who I believe lived a long and fruitful life. And I do have a few stories that I want to share because he was also my godfather. And I want to talk about him a little bit later on in the program. So, and it's very true, folks. Once again, when you get a call late at night, there's never good news that arrives in the evening.
That is true.
After a certain hour, when you get a phone call and it's from a family member, no good news comes over at night. But I will get to that in a moment. Don't get me wrong. In another sense, I am happy. The individual is resting in paradise, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But I will be saddened because I will not have a chance to spend time anymore. And I'm glad I did in the last few years. I did see him more than I had in the prior years, and I'm very fortunate because of it. So I want to give a quick shout out to Aisha Kurd. Thank you for the like, and we'll continue. Speed never lies at the Gerber Collision at the NHRA Nationals, May 15th through the 18th. Formula One, folks, Miami 2025. The sprint begins in 2 hours, 31 minutes, give or take a few seconds. In NASCAR, woohoo! I did not actually check NASCAR. I believe they are in Texas this weekend. Yes, the Texas Motor Speedway at Fort Worth, Texas. So my cousin possibly will be on that side. And I don't know if he's actually going to be there, but it's at the Texas Motor Speedway. The Worth 400 presented by Liqui Molly.
Huh?
Wow. Liqui Molly.
Okay.
I don't know.
Molly as in the drug or?
MOLY, baby.
Oh, no. It's MOLLY, the drug.
So
But
is
okay.
that Moly? It could be Moly. You never know. Last week on Sunday, April 27th at the Talladega Speedway, Jack Link's 500, Austin Cedric got the win. And I'm not going to go over the schedule. Well, okay, I guess I am. Because I didn't realize. That was stupid, wasn't it? July 13th. The Toyota Save Mart 350. Folks, I've always talked about it. I don't know if Big Dog has seen those races as well. But when Solomon Walters gave us the Grand Tour for 2 years, how we got to know all the different stadiums, he talked about the Sonoma Raceway. He said it was one of the few courses on the calendar. And you know the joke of NASCAR, right? Come on, man. They're just making left turns, baby. But at the Toyota Save Mart, you have left turns, you have right turns, you have straightaways, you have turnbacks. It is a road course, which makes it a lot of fun. And that one is going to be July 13th, Sunday. I will not be able to make that race this year. I know that one already, but it's on my to-do list to go up. And I would watch Formula One or NASCAR, but I would prefer NASCAR right up there. But there are two big races up in Sonoma. So we'll see. But in Major League Baseball, if the big dog is willing, he can go to the standings. I'm going to go
Sure.
over the scores from last night, as we do traditionally for the last 17 years on Major League on Sports Talk with the guys. Last night, the Commies 6-1 over the Nationals. The Padres, oh my goodness, the Padres. Aw, 9-4 over the Pirates. Estrada over Keller. The Phillies 3-2 over the Diamondbacks. Banks over Castillo. Alvarado picked up a 6 save. The Orioles of Baltimore 3-0 over America's AAA team. Kremer over Waka. Bautista also picked up a 6. Last night, the Yankees shut out the Rays 3-0 to maintain a 2-game lead in the American League East. Fried over Peepoit, and Weaver picked up his 3rd save. The Blue Jays 5-3 over the Indians. Little over Junis. Hoffman picked up his 7th. And no, that's not the former Hall of Famer, Glenn Hoffman. This is another Hoffman, picked up his 7th save. The Red Sox 6-1 over the Gemelitos. Wilson over Varland. The Athletics. Oh my God! The 18-15 Athletics.
The Sacramento Athletics?
Huh?
The Sacramento Athletics?
Actually, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, I know. I think they're the
adopted Sacramento.
I think they're the California Athletics.
Yeah, that would pretty much represent the state. Hoagland over Belozo. The Dodgers edged the Braves 2-1, retaking the best team in Major League Baseball. Yamamoto over Holmes. Phillips picked up his 1st save. The what? This is a twofer. The Black Sox won their 9th game 7-3 over the Houston A-holes, who have fallen to 16-15. Cannon over Valdez. I'm sorry. The Mariners 13-1 over the Rangers. Wu over Leiter. The Cubs shut out the Brewers 10-0. Brown over Alexander. Flexen picked up the save. The Mets, second best team in baseball, 9-3 over the Cardinals. Holmes over Gray. The Tigers 9-1 over the Los Angeles Angels of Chavez Ravine. Holton over Jensen. And how did Jensen get the loss in that one? I thought it was a reliever, but whatever. And the hated ones 4-0 over the Colorado Rockies. Ray over Sensatella. Big dog, please. The standings in Major League Baseball.
Sure. And just real quick, the reason why Jensen lost that one is because he gave up the lead once again.
But it was 9-1.
Yeah, he opened the floodgates.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. So they were winning 1-0 or tied 1-1? Wow.
I think they were tied. I think they were tied 1-1, and then he gave up. I think it was 6 runs, and then he got taken out, and then someone gave up another 3 or something like that. Whatever it was. Anyways, so I'm going to give these standings, and in one of the divisions we have the best and worst records in all of baseball. So in the American League, in the East, it is the Yankees at 19-13, leading the way over their hated rivals, the Red Sox, at 18-16, 2 games behind. Toronto is 16-16. Tampa Bay is 14-18, and Baltimore is 13-18, 5.5 behind. In the Central, we have the Detroit Tigers at 21-12. The Cleveland Indians, I don't care what you call them, are 2.5 behind at 18-14. Then it is the Royals at 17-16, the Twins at 13-20, and the Black Sox at 9-23. In the American League West, it is the Seattle Supersonics leading the way at 19-12, followed by the California Athletics 18-15, then the Houston Assholes at 16-15, the Rangers at 16-17, and of course, as usual, my Los Angeles Angels of Chavez Ravine at 12-19, 7 games behind in last place. In the National League, in the East, it is the Mets, the mighty Mets leading the way at 22-11, Followed by the Phillies, 18-14, 3.5 behind. The Braves are 14-17. The Washington Nationals are 14-19. And Miami is 12-19, 9 games behind in last place. In the Central Division, Cuervos Cubs are number one at 20-12. Followed by scorekeeper's second favorite team, the Cincinnati Reds, at 18-15, 2 games behind. Followed by the Brewers, 18-17. Then it is the Cardinals at 14-19, and the Pittsburgh Pirates in last place at 12-21. In the West of the National League, of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers, with the best record in all of baseball at 22-10, are leading the way. The San Diego Padres are right on their heels, a game and a half behind at 20-11, followed by the hated ones, 20-13. Then it is the Arizona Rockies at 17-15. Oh, excuse me, it's the Arizona. The hell?
You should have kept with it. The Arizona Rockies and the Colorado Diamondbacks. That would have
Arizona.
worked.
I just lost that one. Wow. The
That's
Arizona
funny.
Diamondbacks are 17-15 and in last place with the worst record in all of baseball. The Colorado Rockies at 6-26, 16 games behind already. They must be partaking in substance that used to be illegal that is now legal in Colorado. Maybe that's why they're in last place.
Yeah. And they're minus 80 in their run differential.
Yeah.
That's just unreal. Wow.
And the Chicago Cubs look like they have the lead on that one. They are a plus 62.
And then the Mets are in second at plus 58. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you guys are right there at 50 plus 55.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
it's not September. I forgot.
Ha ha ha. I thought it was established, or maybe it was just the voices in my head, that Roger doesn't like the Reds so much as he is a whatever. Whatever.
No,
I'm gonna finish the comment because it was funny.
No, he's not lethal. He's not a massive fan of Mark Schott. He was a massive fan of Shotzi.
No. Yeah, Shotzi, who would go onto the field and take a dump regularly. Oh
Yeah.
my God. That was all right, Lethal. Way to go. Good morning. Good
And
morning.
wasn't she more concerned about Shotzi getting hurt than one of the players? Wasn't it
Yes.
a center fielder or something like that?
Eric Davis was hurt.
Eric Davis, there we go. Yes.
And he had to get his own treatment because she would not. See, to be fair, the Reds go on the field and take a dump regularly.
That is true.
Yes, they do. They do indeed. And we do appreciate folks the alliterations right there. So there's the first big word of the day. In the American League, of course, Aaron Judge was named the American League Player of the Month for April. And when you look at what Aaron Judge did,
He didn't miss any fly balls?
As a matter of fact, he's caught 2, I think, this year. And he's done very well because I think he's back in right field where he's a little bit better. So
was he playing center before or what?
Well, he was playing, yeah. Last year he played center while that other guy was in right field, who's now with the Mets. And the Mets are the second best team in baseball, so congratulations to them. But it was absolutely absurd what Aaron Judge did in April. And it was just his stat line was just absolutely unreal for being the big man that he is. Aaron Judge, of course, the Yankees faced off against the Orioles, and it was rather impressive. So, but anyway,
you forgot to call him by what he's always been called.
The Judge.
Future Hall of Famer, Aaron Judge.
Anyway, he went wild against Baltimore, and it was incredible the night that he had. But he finished the month of April hitting .427, folks. It's for the big man. A 1.282 OPS, 10 home runs, 32 RBIs, and he extended his on-base streak to 27, and he has an 11-game hit streak. The numbers that he had. Now, if you measure what he's done over the last 162 games, and this is where the braggarts come in, if you put those, he has hit 366, 492 on base, 773 slugging, 64 home runs, 162 RBIs, 142 runs, 133 walks, 210 hits, 37 doubles, and even 12 stolen bases. He, over the last 162 games, he has been absolutely, no one is close. Aaron Judge.
And that's why he's the American League MVP.
He is, man, he is just a monster right now. He is the best hitter in the American League. And quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, he is the best hitter in all of Major League Baseball over the last 162 games. And
is he the best player?
Well, for the time being, yes.
I agree.
Who would you rather have? Honestly.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of people that are about 35 miles away from me, and they're crying about several of their players, but you cry all you want. Right now, this guy is the best player in baseball. Is he the best player overall? I don't know. There's still this guy in Atlanta who's pretty good. And then there's kid with the Ellie De La Cruz with the Reds. Oh, my God. That kid is – yeah. Oh, that kid, he's a good player. I know you guys are a fan of records being set, so congratulations to the Minnesota Wild. They made history the other day by becoming the first team in the history of the NHL, MLB, NBA, and NFL to make the playoffs 8 out of 10 years and lose in the first round of the playoffs every single time. Not even the vaunted Clippers can brag about that. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a good one.
Great.
I was reading along with you, and when he said, to make the playoffs 8 out of 10 years, I was like, wait a minute, the Lakers did that, and then they said lose in the first round. I said, oh, never mind.
Every single time. You're very lethal. You're always sharp, dude. But damn, you're damn sharp this early in the morning. Yes, no doubt about that. Miss you, pal. It's great having you in the chat room and everyone else in the chat room. Once again, folks, if we can do a quick roll call, let us know who you are and where you hail from. Love to know who's in the chat room with us. I know we have Lukey's and Lethal Migraine, and I don't know if
Aisha.
Yeah, Aisha, come on, you gave us a like. Get in here. And then for everyone else, oh, I didn't get the invite. It's on the board. You're not going to get a special invite. It's already there.
So I want your truthful. I want your truthful. Oh shoot! I had the wording. I had the wording and I lost it. I want you to give your opinion on the last 7 years of this certain player's performance with a certain team over the last 7 years, and is he plus or minus? Has he helped? Has he hindered?
Minus.
First year missed the playoffs. Second year won the championship. Third year, first round knockout, I believe. Fourth year missed the playoffs. Fifth year, Western Conference Finals, lost. Sixth year, first round knockout. Seventh year, first round knockout.
Dude,
of course, I'm talking about LeBron James. Yeah, Le Flop. So has he helped the Lakers? Has he hindered the Lakers, or has it just been a wash, in your opinion, of the so-called by the Gen Zers greatest player of all time?
There's a reason why they're Gen Z. They're last.
Yeah.
Obviously last in everything. This isn't biblical either, that the first will be last and last shall be first. Yeah. They're stupid. They just have no concept of anything that is not within their field of view. If it's not there, it didn't happen. But if it's on the internet, of course it's real and true. So whatever. It's complicated, sir, but I believe he has hindered the Lakers because of the money that was spent with them. But I believe Laker management is very happy with LeBron or LeFlop. He has really grown on me on the negative side with his annoying fakes, flops. I mean, this is the former Lakers center that they had from Yugoslavia who would flop quite a bit.
Oh, Vlade.
Vlade.
Vlade
He
Divac.
actually wasn't too bad, man. He actually
He's a good
wasn't.
player, but he did flop. Him and Fisher were the bigger floppers.
Yes, but the greatest flopper of all was the guy up.
Oh,
Who was it with the Detroit or
not talking
Lame
about Dennis
Beer?
Rodman.
Lame
Oh,
Beer.
Oh, he was just a thug.
Yeah, but Lame Beer was an a-hole as well.
Oh yeah, still is. I believe he coaches the women's Detroit team,
Oh, how apropos.
or at least used to.
Yeah. So
'Cause
I
when-
don't know.
Yeah. It was also reported that in this last game, Game 5, Luka got hurt but came back. He had a back injury. LeBron got hurt, came back, played the rest of the game, didn't play very well, and then it was revealed that he has a grade 2 MCL strain in his left knee, and he had there been a Game 6, he would not have played, and he would have been out a minimum of 3 to 5 weeks. So there's that. But I find it very convenient. It's hard for me to say this as a Lakers fan that I am. I find it very convenient that all of a sudden he has this, serious injury to explain why he sucked that last game. And he's pretty much sucked the entire series. He was not their number 1 guy. He was not their number 2 guy. I would have said in this series he was the number 3 guy, point wise, and what he did, and how all of a sudden his shooting dropped off. But he is eligible to be a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. He can opt out of his contract, which I hope he does.
You
And
mean
the Lakers
LeBron?
yes, and the Lakers do not give him an extension because that is the talk. Let me see, Lakers.
Well, is Junior
Yes,
signed to a 4-year deal or a 1-year deal?
Junior was signed to a 4-year deal. Although next year is the only year that is guaranteed. Year 3 is at the team discretion, and year 4 is also a team option. Year 3 is not fully guaranteed, is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. Year 4 is at a team option. LeBron can opt out of his contract, which will pay him if he decides to stay in the contract. It will pay him $52,627,153 for next year, which would be his final year. Again, his final year. Luka has 2 more years on his contract. He has this next one coming up at essentially $46 million. And then 26-27 is at his option at $49 million, which most likely will be redone and will give him a max, whatever the max deal at the time would be.
Look, I don't think LeBron is done yet.
I know.
So look, for his age, what he is doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But does he merit 70 million a year? No. Does he merit 50 million a year? In today's economics, I don't know. I don't think so, but
Also, just real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. LeBron has already let it leak out that if he does opt out of his contract, he is not, I repeat, not going to take a pay cut. That's what I say too. Do you think Jeannie would be vilified if she promised saying, "Hey, go ahead and opt out of the contract. We'll give you a 2-year, $200 million contract," and he opts out, and the Lakers say, thank you for your work. Have good luck in your future endeavors." To get him out of
No,
the contract.
I think
Yeah, I
she'd be
know.
vilified.
And I
No.
don't think she's not that underhanded either to do something like that. But were I in charge, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay you $70 million a year. Go ahead and opt out. And then once he opts out, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. See
Yeah.
ya.
Yeah, you can do that. Lethal Migraine says Sam Mitchell, who the Lakers should probably hire to be their coach because JJ is an idiot, was on KFan yesterday, and he said he picked the Wolves in 5 on whatever TV show Sam does. He said it was an easy pick because neither LeBron or Luka play a full 48 minutes, and neither actually play any defense. He also said it was a horrible matchup for the Lakers because the Wolves had too much
Yep.
size and had no problem bullying the Lakers around the court.
That is exactly what happened. um, Wait, can you put that back up again real quick? Blah, 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 blah. The thing about Luka and LeBron playing a full 48 minutes, no one plays a full 48 minutes, period. Most players only play 32 to 36 minutes. So that one goes out the door. But everything else is completely true. Neither play defense, and we knew that when Luka came in. Luka was, a defensive liability. LeBron only plays defense when he feels like it, which is maybe every 8th or 9th game,
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he doesn't play defense either. I don't know how many times I'm yelling at the screen because he just stands there and lets his guy float to the corner for an open three, and then you see LeBron kind of running at him. But so it's kind of hard to play 3-on-5 defense.
Yeah, it is, especially in the NBA right now.
And especially when you don't have a big man either.
Yeah, I mean, they do have someone that was 7 feet on the team, but again, whether he'd be able to play on a
Yeah,
regular,
but he was a scrub though, so
right? Yeah, so it they were outmatched by size, and it's something the Lakers are going to have to work on. They have to get someone to be a big man
they
in the
have to
middle.
get that center. Yes. Now, of course, I always contended that when the trade was made, they should have traded LeBron instead of AD. I think that would have been perfect. You would have had your big man, you would have had your big man, and you would have had the scorer.
But
But
they would not have taken LeBron. How old is LeBron? 80 for a
40,
25-year-old? No.
40.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Unlike Scotty, I just emphasize everything by 2 as opposed 4. So, Star Trek fans, enjoy that one as well, because I always fix the barn door after the horses come home. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's all good in the hood. It is 6:54 a.m. here on Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. We just got a like from a Gridiron Girl. We'll see if she has the wherewithal to join us this early in the morning as we're talking sports. Get past it, woman. Get in here. So, it's all right. We'll see. I'll just glare at you for about 3 seconds, kiddo. You know that. So, come on. Hurry up. I'm glaring at you now. Get in here. So, it is what it is. Green makes history with 2 homers in the 9th inning. The Tiger Slugger is the first to hit 2 home runs in the 9th. And there are 62 players in the American League and National League that have hit 2 homers in an inning. Forget about in a game. But it's the first time it's ever been done in the 9th inning. So I was going to say no, because on Ken Griffey Nintendo 64 Baseball, I had a player hit 4 home runs in the 9th inning, and it probably was Griffey himself. So
And of course,
I have broken all those records.
And of course, what team did that happen to?
Oh, it was against the Angels, the ones we were talking about.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. It's right. The best
also have
was
news.
Daddy Tatis. Oh, wait. Daddy Tatis had 2 grand slams in the same inning off the same pitcher. Yes. It was Mr. Fernando Tatis, who it was against the pitcher who is pitching right now with the Padres, if I'm not mistaken. Chan Hopar. Oh no, sorry, wrong guy. That was a throwback. That was for Gridiron Girl. If I can admit my inanities, she can join us this early in the morning. It's the gentleman who's with the Padres right now, who gave up the 2 grand slams to Fernando Tatis in the same inning. How the hell? See, that's the failure by the manager. How do you let that happen? Jeez.
That wow. 8 RBIs in 1 inning.
I
by
would
one guy.
never allow my pitcher to be in such a situation. But you know what? Dodgers, they got to work through their issues. I'm like, dude, grand slam the first time up. He comes up again 9 batters later. Dude. He didn't get out of that inning. So that's all right. Or maybe he did. I don't know. I'd have to check the box score, but I don't want to. Come on, Gridiron Girl. You check the box score. Get in here.
So I have
Stop
news
crying.
about
Stop your crying.
I have about your third favorite team, the Boston Red Sox. First baseman Tristan Casas.
I will find that box score. Thank you, Lethal Migraine.
Suffered what manager Alex Cora called a significant left knee injury as he awkwardly fell. Tristan Casas, the first baseman, as he awkwardly fell near first base in the bottom of the second inning against the Twins on Friday. Speaking after Boston's 6-1 win, Cora said Casas was taken to a local hospital where he's undergoing more tests on his knee, and the team would have more information today. Says Casas sent a slow roller up to first base at Twins starter Joe Ryan bobbled before making an underhanded throw to first baseman Ty France. Casas, who was ruled safe on the Ryan error, collapsed to the ground, holding his knee as he crossed the bag. He was carried off on a stretcher. So,
yeah, that's not good.
How is Tristan Casas? Is he a decent player?
Oh, I'm sorry. You still talking sports?
Okay, they're not missing much. His season stats. He has 3 homers, 11 RBIs, OPS of 580, and a batting average of 182.
But he has 3 home runs. That is 3 more than the scorekeeper hit in his Major League Baseball career. I'm actually waiting for Lethal Migraine to find that damn box score because I know he will. Folks, we've been on air for 17 years. If we have a color commentator position, it would be Lethal Migraine. So, always been a supporter of this program with us. Always there to provide supporting documentation or information to when we would not have the information readily available. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is a 10th man in baseball, if there's a 10th man here on Sports Talk with the Guys, it would easily be Lethal Migraine. I know a lot of people are like, what the hell are you talking about, stupid? I'm like, yes, I do mean it. And ladies and gentlemen, a broom driver herself. Good morning, Gridiron Girl. How are you?
What?
Gridiron Girl, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
You see, I'm done. I glared at you. Okay, I'm over it.
What's a broom driver?
You don't know what a broom driver is?
I'm
okay, let me tell the joke again this morning.
It's something that people fly on.
Sorry, apologize. Margarita said, "We need a new broom. Are you going someplace?" I asked her.
Okay.
So anyway, how's our resident broom driver?
All right.
She's not going to answer you now.
Oh, we'll see how far I can push today. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hi, dog.
Hi, how you doing?
Damn it.
I'm up.
He found it. Son of a... Folks, there's the box score. I will find out not 4 minutes later. I will have to check the box score myself. So I do apologize. Gridiron Girl, I apologize. I cut you off right now. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm here.
Have you been to any Dodger games this year?
Yes, I did. Past, I think the first week of August.
Okay,
Yeah.
August. August
Sorry.
isn't that that's
I'm,
last season?
I'm sorry. April.
Okay. Are you sure you're not dipping into that little bit of Jose Cuervo already?
No. I wish
What do you wish, woman?
that I had some what he suggested I had.
Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, you could
Or
always
his,
stop
or
by
his,
over here and get some
or,
crumb.
or his cousin Johnny Walker,
Yeah, or Uncle Tito.
Uncle Tito, or Theo Jack Daniels,
Yeah.
Folks, I do want to take a quick moment. It is 7:02 a.m. here on Sports Talk with the Guys as we enter now our second hour here on the program. We want to thank you for joining us. Again, it is May 3rd. Actually, I think that's the first time I say that. It's May 3rd, 2025. And I do want to remind everyone that next Saturday is Stamp Out Hunger. I'm going to put up a little connection to it in just a little bit. Want to remind everyone that is the day that we as neighbors reach out to our neighbors, stamp out hunger, put 2 cans or a non-perishable item, and it would be absolutely great if you do that. And it is a program that it's from us and it's to our neighbors. Stamp Out Hunger is next Saturday. Paper bag, 2 cans, you're feeding families. Good morning, Kimberly, from somewhere in Colorado. So thank you for joining us this morning. Kimberly, folks, Kimberly has a following. She's a creative soul. She does stuff on her channel. I believe you could click through her information right there on YouTube. But Kimberly, if you would send us your link, if you're able to, we can give you some play here on the program and people can check out some of the items that you do. And Kimberly, if you wanted to join us live for a little bit, let me know. Or you know what? Here it is. Screw it. If someone wants to join us live, all you got to do is click on this link. So, and there it is. You can click on it right there. If you want to join us, let me know, and we'll just go ahead and bring you in on the chat room. So, like I say, Kimberly, if you want to go ahead and give us the link to the program, or if you'd like to come in and join us for a bit, we're talking sports. But if you want to talk about what you do, come on in. We're more than welcome to join us. But you do some creative stuff, and if you guys want to see some of the stuff she does on the website, on her YouTube channel, it's really good. So she has a lot more viewers than we do. Damn it. And I mean that in a good way, but her reach is much bigger, which is really cool. So, but anyway, we're going to go and continue. As I said, today is May 3rd on 2025. We're entering our second hour. Stamp Out Hunger, folks. It's a big deal. Paper bag, 2 cans. And if you want to share what you donate, I know left and right hand. I know all that stuff. That's not the point. But a lot of people still don't know what Stamp Out Hunger is. So it's up to you to make that decision. You see whatever you want to do. Hey, Big Dog, I'm glad you have the skill and the ability to continue doing so. So I'm really happy with that. So for everyone else, I heard you laugh. I heard Crit Girl laugh. So it's all that mattered. All right, Stamp Out Hunger, folks. And
It's always great to be ambidextrous.
I'm sorry, you're what?
I said it's always great to be ambidextrous.
Lucky bastard.
That's what she said.
That's
That's
right.
what she said. Oh, okay. She says, I'm at work. Thank you so much. I have most of my following on Facebook, but trying to build my YouTube channel. Yes. So, folks, you can see it right there. Kimberly Jennings. I believe if you click on her profile, it will take you to some of the stuff that she's done. Kimberly, I understand you're at work, but could you tell us very briefly what it is that you do? Not your job, but what you do on your channel, please. I don't want to get you in trouble any more so than we've already done with other people, but that's neither here nor there. While Kimberly does that, and Kimberly, see what I mean? This chat is awesome. It's live, and the exchange is real. So, but she does YouTube channels, so she knows. Lito Migraine says, not surprising, the same day Tatis hit 2 grand slams in the same inning. Matt's Oakland A's lost because they are so excellent at losing. So, yes. It was
Funny how things don't
Chan-Ho
change.
Park. I'm sorry?
I said, wow, 11 runs in 3 innings.
Yeah.
In the third
In
inning.
the third
Wow.
inning. Dude.
And eight of those runs belong to Tatis.
Yeah.
Who won?
I think the Cardinals won that game. I think they won that game. You remember that one? I think he was a Dodger pitching that game, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, the Cardinals won 12-5.
Thank you, Lethal.
Yes,
So
thank you, Lethal.
what do you guys think of Yamamoto and his pitching prowess? Since
Oh my
his
God!
ERA,
For the month of
his ERA,
April,
his ERA is minus. It's under 1.
it's
I know that.
0.90.
Yeah,
He wasn't very good yesterday, but oh well.
got the
What
job.
is
Yeah.
not very good yesterday? What is
He
that?
wasn't very good yesterday. He
Oh,
had a few walks.
The Dodgers won.
Yeah, but he gave up a few walks. I know his ERA probably went up.
Wow.
Yamamoto had 6 innings pitched. He gave up 1 hit, 2 walks, and struck out
there
6.
you are. The walks.
Mm-hmm.
2 walks, but he struck out 6.
Okay.
So I'll take a 3-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio. 3-to-1 ratio.
I
Major League Baseball,
I don't
a
want to
good
be
pitcher is 2-to-1.
overzealous with my team. You know.
Yeah, his ERA is 0.90.
Kimberly, it is always great to brush up on your baseball knowledge, but you don't have to have that. You just have to have the
Believe
desire
me,
to
I'm
want to have a
faking it.
conversation. I'm sorry, Gridiron Girl?
That I'm faking my knowledge of baseball.
Oh, I thought you were just faking it. I mean, no, don't girls usually do that?
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
Kimberly, you can tell that we're very juvenile on this program.
Oh yes.
I
lead the way. So.
And I
good.
follow
So you're getting it
stupidly.
right there. Aisha, I hope everything is okay with you. Hopefully we'll get to see. And Aisha, 4 weeks. I'm going to be 4 weeks out there, it looks like. So hopefully we'll be able to make contact. But anyway, yes,
you're going to be in England?
We're very juvenile here. Woman, your pitcher gave up 1 hit and 2 walks in 6 innings.
That's too much for her.
Is that what you're griping about?
Wait, didn't he give up a home run?
No.
He won 2-1.
Yeah, but
he got the win.
He only lasted like what, 5.5
6 innings.
6 full innings.
All right.
Wow. Okay. 6 innings, 6, and there were 3 base runners. That means there were at least 3 innings where no one got on base. That's impressive.
Okay.
Something to show you guys.
Yamamoto's doing very well.
So my daughter got me this.
The Raider
It was
17?
yes. Do you know
Isn't
who that was?
Is that a
Renthro?
Lakers warning?
No,
Renthro.
that
Renthro.
was no.
No.
Adams,
Adams.
right?
Oh.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, but that's not the best of it.
What?
Devontae signed it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's got the stickers and the whole thing to go with it.
That is impressive.
It was so funny. For Christmas, we exchanged gifts, but there was some Christmas bags for her boyfriend and her boyfriend's son that I had. So they had been sitting here because she was like, "Oh, we're gonna, we'll all come over and then we'll do it then." And it's just sat there and sat there and sat there until when I had my surgery. They were cleaning the house and stuff, the apartment, and I was like, it's already April, almost May. Take the damn bags. And she's like, "Oh," she's like, "This one's yours. Why didn't you open it?" I go, "You never gave it to me. You told me all these bags were yours." Well, then she pulls this out with some other stuff that she had put in there also. But I was like, she's like, "I was wondering why you never said anything about the Raider jersey I got you." And I said, "Didn't know I had one."
Nice.
Yeah, very pleasantly surprised by that.
Hell yeah, that works. As a matter of fact, Lethal Migraine stated that, he had the lineup for the Dodgers that night, Gridiron Girl, because I know you remember it. Jose Vizcaino at second, Sheffield at short, Raul Mondesi in left field.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry. Eric Young was at second, Jose Vizcaino at short, Sheffield in left, Raul Mondesi in right, Carros at first,
Raul.
Devon White in center, Adrian Beltre
Oh,
at
hell yeah.
third, Hunley at catcher, and Park batting ninth. And they got walloped 12-5. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
The good
I
old days,
remember
right?
that day.
I
But I
felt
remember
bad
some
for
of the players.
Yamamoto. I mean, for Chan Ho. They all sounded like for Park.
Little racist.
What? What?
You
What
sounded
nationality was he? Was he
Oh, Chan Ho Park
was he
was Korean.
Korean? Yeah,
Yes.
okay, I thought so. Okay.
Where does
Um,
Chan Ho Park?
I don't
How do
know.
you
In
preserve a
the
signature on a
field
jersey?
section,
Anywhere.
where does Chan Ho Park? Anywhere. All right. After the home runs he's given up, I would say anywhere. So how do you preserve his signature on a jersey, big dog? You who are the collector
Um,
aficionado.
I mean,
He's not
if
wearing
you're
it.
gonna if you're gonna display it, then pay the extra money and buy the museum glass that takes out all the ultraviolet rays off that come off of your light bulbs and such, or you can get some museum lighting. But that's about the only way to do it. There is no way to preserve it, by adding anything to it, because then you're messing up the jersey and or ball or whatever. Just like that can does it fade? As I said, if you're displaying it and you have direct light on it, yes, it will fade. That's why you buy the museum quality glass if you're framing it, because that'll take 90, I think it's 97% of the UV rays out. So that'll help save it. That's also for comics and stuff, so your comics don't fade. I've talked about that one before also. But now I have a Devontae Adams signed jersey. I have the Magic Johnson signed jersey, a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar signed jersey, and a Jerry West signed jersey.
That is impressive.
And all the Laker ones, those ones are all the gold uniforms.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on a Michael Cooper and a James Worthy. Those are my next two that I want.
Oh, James Worthy should be easy. Just have a few Barbies with you.
That happened in Houston. I still remember that.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
And James Worthy, I that was the most disrespect I've ever had to James Worthy, because he was one of my favorite players. And you know what? It's over and done with. It Yastuvo, and it ended. Was that Worthy's sole trouble, really? Considering
Yeah.
that
hmm
was it, and he
So for
just
those,
didn't say a word. He just shut
so,
up and he
yep,
moved on.
played the game. So for those who don't know, they were playing the Houston Rockets in Houston, and James Worthy. I don't know if he had used the service before or not, but it was an escort service that he called.
Ooh.
Unbeknownst to him, the escort service had been busted by the police department, but they kept the line open so they could continue catching people. So Mr. Worthy called that service, and he got caught and was booked. Uh, and because of who he was, and of course the money that the Lakers have, they airlifted him via helicopter from the jail to the sports arena, and he still made it to tip off.
And what did the Houston fans have?
A bunch of Barbies, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Because
my
boy,
comment. I say, hey, dude, you can get
because
a signature. Just have a few
because that
Barbies with
that
you.
that that spread like wildfire real quick,
Yeah.
and
Kimberly, I have my son's high school jersey. I had him sign it. That is cool. It is
there
good.
you go.
You never know. And that actually has more value than any of the ones that we have right now.
Oh
That is
yeah.
cool. What did he play in high school, uh, Kimberly? I don't think we've had that conversation. I do know that your son has played sports. You mentioned that to me. But what did he play?
From the
Uh,
picture, she didn't look like she was old enough to have a high school son, but okay.
Aw, you're so sweet. I'm sure she is saying. Uh,
Okay.
I don't know why I jumped in on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think because I know what she would have said. So
Aw.
I, I apologize. I may have overstepped right there, which is kind of funny. What's the weather like, Kimberly, out there in? I'm assuming you're in Denver right now. What is the weather like? Oh, he was a catcher. Thank you. The pictures don't show all my wrinkles. LOL. Hey, it's all good. It is good. He was a catcher, baseball. That's cool.
Okay.
All right, folks, head on over to her site and you can check it. Kimberly, I don't think I got a comment from you on what are the hobbies that you do on the channel, and that way we could give the audience here some information on that. But she does some really creative stuff, guys. You guys should check it out. All kidding aside, I think she has in the thousands more people subscribe to her channel than we do right here. So, you know, we'll see. Hopefully, she'll let us know right now. Lethal Migraine says, I don't think I brought it up last week. I'm sorry. But another record was set by Ryan Reynolds' Rexall team, becoming the first English club to get promoted 3 years in a row.
Good for him.
Dude, that guy has almost a Midas touch on everything. Good for him. I mean, talk about
Yep.
someone who's living the life, man. Good for him.
Yeah. Didn't he sell his a wireless company?
Well, yes, and it was
And
a
he,
massive $1 billion profit also.
yeah, it was a big deal, and he's still the face of the company.
Right. He still does the commercials and stuff. It was cool, man. Having him yeah. Hey, so a conversation piece came up because once again, as you all know, in the illustrious history of the scorekeeper, I have owned several major league teams in the past. And the reason why I did is because of my mutual fund investments.
hmm
As I told Big Dog one time, I said, "Oh my God, I'm an actual owner of the Yankees." He says, "What do you mean?" And I looked at the Steinbrenner Holding Company. See, mutual fund companies are competitive agencies. They're like spy agencies, and they don't want to tell what they're invested in because you can affect the market. So what mutual fund companies do every 6 months, they have to print what their holdings are on a specific date. And when I recognized the Steinbrenner Holding Company, I was like, oh my God, I had $100 invested in this $2 billion fund. So and I don't know what the holding company, what the percentage is, probably 1.5%. So I did the math. And as I told the big dog, when he says, my God, so you're an owner then, once I explained it to him how mutual funds work, I said, yeah, I'm a trillionth of a trillionth.
That's right.
But I was. And as I said, of all companies, Janus, the mutual fund company out of Denver, Colorado. That is funny, Kimberly, that you would be here right now. That is really cool. It's chilly here, about 40. I make all kinds of stuff, yard art, home decor. I show women how to use power tools to make beautiful things for their
Decor.
home.
Oh man, I gotta check you out.
Yes. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. Significant following already. And I can't say enough of it. And thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate you stopped in.
Giga already uses power tools, but
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I say Giga already uses power tools, but not for home stuff.
Hey.
Okay. Yes, Mint Mobile was sold to T-Mobile, and T-Mobile left it alone. You can still get Mint, yes. So, thank you, Kimberly, for sharing that. And that's what I kind of knew. I knew you do not necessarily the arts and crafts stuff, but you do quite a few things on your channel, and there's some entertaining stuff on there. So, whoa, I'm all like, we're juvenile. There's no doubt we're juvenile, but I'm glad you're getting a kick out of it. Kimberly, we've been on air for 17 years. If people are famous for having no filters, there's no filter on this program. And I'm going to say we're damn proud of it. Are we stupid? Oh, for the love of God, yes. Do we have filters? No. We just try.
We have filters. We just don't use them.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah, we do. We just don't use them.
It is a choice right here. So, Grinner and Girl, which is your favorite power tool?
The massager.
You do yard work, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. What's your favorite power tool?
The blower.
The blower. Holy
Got a lot of leaves
Sports
over
Talk
here.
with the guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday.
Got a lot of leaves over here.
Oh, okay. I get it. Makes me feel normal. All right. I appreciate electric jigsaw. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what electric jigsaw is.
Yeah.
Because of the job that I used to do. So it is what it is. Lethal Migraine says, what a jerk. So, girl, what's your favorite yard tool? Anything that vibrates. Jeez. What's the matter, Gridiron Girl?
See, when you say it, she doesn't giggle, but when I say it, she giggles.
I'm counting to 10. That's what I gotta do.
Well, we'll switch it up real quick then.
Okay.
When you're visiting,
big dog, time out. Hold on. You are counting to 10 right now?
I did.
She was.
And it's because of me that you're counting to 10?
Uh-huh.
No, shut up, big dog. Gridiron Girl? Because of me, you're counting to 10?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Were you reading something that Lethal Migraine said, or was that came out of your? Okay, then sorry. I was counting to 10 for Lethal. Then I guess.
There it is. Read it down there.
I don't have my glasses on. Okay.
Oh, that's no.
Okay, so
let's move on. Big dog, please.
You had a video the other day,
Oh,
Wheezy going duck hunting. Did he get the duck or did she get the duck?
wait a minute. Say it again.
You posted a video. The Wheezy was in the water,
Oh,
trying to
Ruthie.
hunt down a duck. Yeah,
That's
did she
Ruthie.
get the duck?
That
Oh,
was
Rufy.
Ruthie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So
Um,
did Rufy get the duck?
no, he did not. But I had to go in the Colorado River and get him.
Didn't
Whoa,
want to come
where
out.
were you?
No. Yeah, he was.
He
He was.
he
He
was
was
he
a
was eyeing that duck though. You could tell he wanted that duck.
right. Right.
Where were
Yeah, that
you,
was my guy.
fangirl?
Say it again.
Where were you on the
River.
Colorado
Colorado
River?
River.
Shut up! Shut up!
Laughlin.
Oh, Laughlin, good for you.
Yeah, that was a long
Yeah,
time ago. That's
Rufy was in the water, kind of just paw deep or so, but the duck was about maybe 5 feet away, and he was just watching that duck go, and he was trying to like decide, shall I go swim over there or shall I not? And finally, he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna go swimming after it."
yeah.
I was checking out her Facebook page right now, and I didn't see the video right now, but I did see your spring break image. Good for you, young lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
Did
Dodger
you know she was?
bandana.
Did you know she was at Coachella last week? She was in her little micro bikini.
Oh, please don't.
Awesome.
No, I wasn't in Coachella. I
I
wish,
See,
but
actually
I
was
wasn't.
close to
see,
Coachella.
see. She said she wasn't in Coachella, but she didn't deny about being in the micro bikini.
Oh
She
no,
just
no, I
denied being
don't.
in
Oh,
Coachella.
very
She
good.
just denied.
Ladies in water. She loves the hose. Good for you. I
What?
don't see the video, so I'm gonna have to see if I can find it later.
It might have been on Instagram. I don't remember.
It was on. I think it was on the story. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I have several pictures of him chasing after
Oh, okay.
ducks.
I cannot play that video because there's music on there, so
I have
we'll
music on
get a
there.
strike. Lethal Migraine says I need to get to
I hope it.
Coachella. The Seattle Kraken minor league team is there, and they're really, really good every year. I went to visit a friend of mine on or a
Is
compatriot.
that
Sorry, I don't have
is,
friends.
is
What's
that the
that?
Firebirds? The team that he's talking about.
I'm not certain, but I was
Uh,
told that when I was in Palm Springs on the 22nd. I was there on a Tuesday, and they live in Cabazon, so we went over to Palm Springs, and they talked about the Seattle Kraken minor league team, which was kind of cool. Yes, Coachella Valley Firebirds.
Yes, I've seen them. I went with my daughter. They're a good team, and I believe they made it to the second round of the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken. I believe their second round starts maybe this weekend. But it's a fun little arena. I love their jersey. I do want to get one of their jerseys. I love it. The Red Firebird. It's a Phoenix.
They lost game one. They play tonight. Darn it.
Okay.
Maybe next year I'll have a chance because Mixmaster Mike, for those of you that remember him from our illustrious days on Blog Talk Radio, Mixmaster Mike moved out to Cabazon, and you know
Oh,
him as Mike Perez on my Facebook page. It's Michael. He moved out there, and we went to visit him on the 22nd. That was his wife's birthday, as a matter of fact, and it was fun. Well, they mentioned the team. So it was cool being out there in Palm Springs. I hadn't been out there in like forever. And I realized I've never really been to Palm Springs. I've driven past it 10,
it's
12
actually
times.
yeah, it's a very beautiful city. Lots of, especially if you go down the main street. So many places to eat there.
Dude, we had breakfast at this nice place. I've got to give them play. It was really good. And we were there on a Tuesday. The service was phenomenal. Sorry, Kimberly. Hey, you can always come back to California. Come back to California. I just can't do it with an accent. It's sad. So, doesn't it come back?
Because it's not Irish.
Shout out to Keith, my compatriot, who is in Scotland right now. Aye. And he had haggis. He sent me a picture of it. I was like, dude, do you know what haggis is? He says, yep.
Of course he does.
I'm having it. I'm like, yeah. Good for you.
Was he walking with pride?
I don't know if he knows that joke. I don't know if he knows it, but that is a great one. And folks, I'm gonna mess it up, but this is what Big Dog is referring to. The Scotsman's first baseball game. A Scotsman moves to the USA and finally attends his first baseball game. The first batter approached the batter's box, took a few swings, and then hit a double. Everyone was on their feet screaming, "Run! Run!" The next batter hit a single, and the Scotsman listened as the crowd again cheered, "Run! Run!" The Scotsman enjoyed the game and began screaming with the fans. The fifth batter came up, and 4 balls went by. The umpire called walk, and the batter started his slow trot to first base. The Scotsman stood up and screamed, "Run, you bastard! Run!" The people all around him began laughing. Embarrassed, the Scotsman sat back down. A friendly fan noted the man's embarrassment, leaned over and explained, "He can't run. He's got 4 balls." The Scotsman stood up and screamed, "Walk with pride, laddie! Walk with pride!"
That's right.
That's right. As you know, there is another one. Usually we save it for our joke nights, but I always use that one at the opening of Major League Baseball. And then there's the Union. Kimber, thank you. You had not heard that one? All right. Because we repeat everything here on Sports Talk with the Guys. Oh, my God. I want to find one of my favorite ones, and you guys know it's the Union Dog. So I probably have that one on Monday Night America. I love that one. Hug Gridiron Girl. No? Did you mute yourself? Why the hell is it that every time you and I have spent time together, there is no mute button. But when you're on the program, your mute button goes up all the time.
Because she's shy.
Mm-hmm. What he said.
What?
She's just a shy, innocent lass.
Yes, I am.
I can't even say with a straight face. Shit.
Yeah, I'm having a hard. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to see if this one is it. Because there's several. Okay, here it is. The Union. Oh, look. Even Lethal Migraine is like shy, innocent. A first-time listener would know that's bullshit. Oh, wow.
Thanks, Lethal.
For those of you that haven't heard it, I love this one. This is one of the jokes I've always remembered. 4 workers were discussing how smart their dogs were. The first was an engineer and said his dog's name was T-Square, and he could do math calculations. He told his dog to go get some paper, draw a square, a circle, and a triangle, which the dog did easily. The accountant said that his dog was better. His dog, Slide Rule, he told him, fetch a dozen cookies and divide them into piles of 3, which of course Slide Rule did with no problem. The chemist said that was good, but I think my dog can do better. Measure? Why don't you go get a quart of milk and pour 7 ounces into a 10-ounce glass? Measure did it without issue. All 3 ignorant men agreed this was very good and their dogs were equally smart. I threw in the ignorant. They turned to the last man, Roger, the union worker, and said, "What can your dog do, Mr. No Filter?" Roger just sat back in his chair and he said, "Coffee break. Why don't you show the fellas what you can do?" Coffee break went over, ate the cookies, drank the milk, took a dump on the paper, screwed the other dogs, and claimed he injured his back while doing so, filed a grievance for unsafe working conditions, applied for workman's compensation, and went home on sick leave. All hail coffee break! Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, I applied for my passport on, what's today? Saturday? Thursday. So Gmo has her application in for the passport.
Oh,
I have
wow.
an application, as does Ariel.
Oh, wow. I have breaking news.
Thank you, Kimberly. I'm glad you liked that one. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, all hands to attention. We have breaking news.
This just came over on our messenger. This is from the Philly special himself. He says, I'm on the road right now, heading to the Kentucky Derby. Heading to a Kentucky Derby party that I totally forgot about.
That was
Man lives a
breaking.
life. That's the breaking news. That's how
Okay.
boring it is right now.
Okay.
Oh, it's boring, right?
That's how boring we are.
Well, we have one individual entertained. I'll take that as
Well, since he is listening, he could call in since he's on the road.
Yeah, you could call in, buddy. We don't need to see the video. Exciting.
We don't need to see. We don't need to see that handsome face of yours. We could just hear that handsome voice.
Exciting. Future dog food running on a track. Woo!
No,
Wow.
say that. Thanks, Lethal.
Notice no one got offended. We're just like, yeah, I guess.
Well, now we know what happens to the loser.
Sorry. I will forget it again in about 30 minutes. Yeah.
Does Kimberly have some timers?
I don't know. Let's see. She may. So it's good. Hey,
I know I sure as hell do.
I had my task list on my Outlook, and it had, I think my passport was March something of 2021. And I finally completed it. I'm listening. Oh, bad, dude. Bad. Well, Tony, come on, Mr. No Filter. Come on. We're at war anyway, dude. Come on.
Well, it could be
homie. I'm sorry.
Maybe he's with a significant other in the car. And
no, but he's driving.
Well, yeah.
Well, I guess he could still. Dude, you should introduce us to
he
Manuela.
Yes, he could. But I heard the giggle, so I know what she's thinking. I heard that little snicker. I know what you're thinking.
Who giggled?
You did.
Me?
Little snicker that when I said you could have someone in the car with them. But anyways, let's do some sports news.
Yes, please.
Hey,
did the Clippers win?
Yes, they did. Game 7 is tonight. Yeah. So I hope they lose their pants.
Yes.
But the Nuggets look primed to lose this one, so it wouldn't be a surprise if the Clippers do win. They're playing in Denver. I believe the game is at 3 or 4 o'clock. And then game 7 tomorrow is the Warriors and the Rockets.
Significant other in the car. The lube the city of Philly uses to grease down the light bulbs. Wow, Tony. Tony, come and defend your honor, Tony. That was a direct attack. I think Tony and I are now at peace compared to that. Hey, Gridiron, what kind of car does a dog drive?
Dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What does a dog?
Ferrari.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
Dad joke.
Yes, but it's cute.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Well, it was.
So, anyways,
that you will.
I'd like your guys' opinions on
We
what I'm
guys is
about to talk about.
already.
Yep. So as we all know, the NFL draft was last week. Um, everybody was well, not everyone. A certain father was predicting his son was going to go first or second in the draft,
Oh,
and of course, I'm
dude.
talking about Shador Sanders,
Yeah.
who, because of his attitude, answers in the questions that teams gave him, because of Deion Sanders himself, he fell, and it was a free fall, a big time free fall. He ended up in the fifth round to be drafted by the Cleveland Browns at number 144. Um, but that wasn't the big news. Well, that was big news. But the bigger news was that the Atlanta Falcons, their defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, was not vigilant in keeping all the information confidential. And his son decided to prank call Shador Sanders amongst other NFL prospects and pretend to be a certain team saying that they're drafting him and that it was going to be announced, on ESPN that they're drafting, let's say Shador Sanders was going to go 23rd or whatever. And of course, 23 comes up and of course they pick someone else. Well, it finally came out what happened. And the NFL came down very hard on the team itself, the Atlanta Falcons, for not making sure that Jeff Ulbrich kept everything confidential, and they came down on Jeff Ulbrich himself. The Atlanta Falcons were fined $250,000, and Jeff Ulbrich himself was fined $100,000 for letting his son see all the personnel files and get these numbers and do the prank calls. I believe he made 4 or 5 prank calls. Ulbrich has um, gone on with reporters and profusely apologized, saying he takes full responsibility. This was before the fines were handed out, and said would accept anything that the NFL and or the Falcons are going to do to him. And supposedly his son also apologized, although I didn't hear that part. But
Yeah.
what do you guys think about this?
Chump change. Gridiron.
Not to the defensive coordinator. The $100,000. The Falcons are not paying that one.
No. Gridiron Girl, do you wish to comment?
That's what happens when your daddy has a lot of money and your kid has no filters because you allowed the little ignorant bastard to do what he just did. That's pretty jacked up.
Yep, I agree.
Um, Folks, how does that happen? How does that happen? It's okay. Let me back up a bit. To get pranked is a regular thing. Let's
True.
let's talk about what really happened. It was a freaking prank. Okay. So I understand that from the side of the player. I'm gonna butcher his name. That's why I don't want to say it right now. You did a good job of saying it as well, Big Dog. Of pronouncing.
Shador.
Shador, right?
Yes.
They actually had an incredible response. They were like, "Well, we kind of had a feeling, and it wasn't the first. They had been pranked several times already." And I guess his dad told him, "Dude, you're probably going to get pranked." So they really played it off professionally very well. They weren't angry, they weren't mad, and that was really cool. It's an effing prank. It happens. But now, okay, let's put that aside. The coach should have been fired, and he allowed personal information to get out. That's the real dude. How do you let your kid do that? How? I work in an industry on 2 different places where I had to protect personal information. Gridiron Girl was in a similar situation where she had to protect. We knew the only one that you can share certain information is with your peer if they're on the same thing that, of what you're doing. Other than that, you can't. I, at home, am responsible for a lot of stuff. I don't let anyone, if someone, the way my setup is, anyone could look over my shoulder. But I don't have information on screen when someone can look over my shoulder. Dude, what were you doing at home? What, you let your son look at what you were doing? You left your computer unlocked? Dude, come on. Come on, dude. You were releasing a lot of personal information. And guess what? That all got out to the internet. Granted, it's a phone. You can always change a phone. You can always change the number. But, dude, and then this kid was prank calling several. That's just a jerk. Just a jerk. The coach should have been fired. Very simple. That's the only way you teach that lesson. $100,000 for what he earns, that is massive.
Yep.
That is a lot of money. So I'm sorry to get on my soapbox on this, but for someone who lives his entire professional life that I have to protect personal information, dude, nothing works without clerks. Okay. But this is an executive, not necessarily an executive. This is a coach. He knows better. He signs the authorities that from the team said you cannot let information out. And they know this. You would trust your son to be better, but I've chastised my daughters. I've told them, hey, when I bring someone aboard, I chastise them and tell them, you're going to have access to personal information. You have to keep it confidential. Come on, man. So he should have been fired. Doesn't matter how good he is. He should have been fired.
Yeah, I'm surprised he still has his job.
Yeah. So I'm sorry to come down very hard on him. Look, he'd probably get another job somewhere else, but he should have been fired. And his son, it sucks because that's a lot of money out of that family. But he wasn't fired because up until that point, he's been exemplary. He has no personnel issues. He's never done anything. People don't even know who it was. So.
And as far as what you were saying, at least in my thinking, I'm not sure if everything was on a computer because a lot of those, since they have literally hundreds of players to look over, I'm pretty sure it was all files. So he probably just had them on his office desk in his home, and the son just opened up the files. Dad's not here right now. Let me see what I can do. Oh, it'd be funny if I call these guys.
I'll get back to it in a moment, Lukey's. Thanks, Kimberly. I appreciate
Bye, Kimberly.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. It's not your first time that you stop in with us, so thank you. Be safe at work, and
live long and prosper.
Yep. Tony totally agrees. Okay, now let me ask Lukey's this. I don't see how you can justify as this being just a prank. I agree he should have been fired. How many times, I'm not saying I did. Thanks, Kimberly. Appreciate it. Kids are kids. It's a prank. Okay. And I'm not trying to be argumentative, Rose. How often did kids call a number, dial it, or push the buttons? Hi, is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, but that's a kid though. This son, I believe, was 17. It's not a kid. He's not 12.
Wow.
And by the same thing, I mean, you're saying it was just a prank. Well, the people that prank the people that do the swatting calls, it's just a prank.
That is not a prank.
To the people that they're doing it, yes, they're I'm going to prank this guy. I'm going to call SWAT on them. It's still a prank.
That's a little more deliberate because they understand.
It is, but at the same time, calling these NFL prospects, thinking that they're going to go higher than they actually are, like Shedeur Sanders. Let's say he would have won in the first round. That would have been a guaranteed $4 or $5 million a year contract. and him thinking that way, not knowing that it's a prank, thinking he's going to sign, a multi-mega deal and doesn't get drafted. And now he's going the fifth round. He'll be lucky if he's going to get $1 million contract. So that's a lot to go through, thinking, I can take care of, not Shador himself, because Dion's rich, the whole 9 yards, but the other guys that he pranked, saying that they were going to go higher than what they actually did. These guys could have been living in poverty the entire lives. Now they get, I'm getting drafted by the Raiders. I'm going to sign a $5 million contract with the bonus. I can buy my mom a house. She doesn't have to work anymore. And then all of a sudden, the Raiders don't pick them, and they fall second, third, fourth, fifth round. That's devastating. So it's not just a prank. It's a prank to the kid who's dialed the timbers. I'm gonna fool this guy. The guy that thinks he's going and getting millions of dollars and helping out his family possibly now has to come to the realization, shit, I didn't get picked. Now I have to sit here again and see if I get picked.
I'm going to be argumentative right now.
Okay.
And I just want, guys, it's a small universe that most of us never get to know and see, that the teams introduce themselves long before draft day. They call players, say, hey, I'm so-and-so from this team, and we're interested. They talk to the players, they interview them. This isn't that you don't know what's going on. They actually have spoken to many teams already to get an idea if they are interested in being drafted. So the way Deion Sanders and, again, the quarterback said, they had an idea they were being pranked because who they were trying to fake being, they're like, well, it's not. That's why they didn't think it was a big deal. And my whole thing is, it's just a prank. This happens regularly. Okay. So there are players that are on, as the big dog says, that are on the low end that don't get contacted by teams. And yeah, they suck. But for the most part, these pranks generally fail because most teams have already spoken to them. But again, not every team talks to each player. Duh. So there is legitimacy to that. And I'm already fumbling my comment here. I'm going to let it go by saying, guys, it's a phone call. It's a prank. A lot of people do this. They sucker you out. Coworkers do it. Family members do it. Strangers do it. Just remember, it's a prank. But I do believe he should have been fired because he let information go. So,
spoiled, entitled
go
little
ahead
kid
and
should get
answer me
himself
back, Gridiron Girl. Sorry, go ahead.
the spoiled, entitled little piece of poo should go and get a job and pay back his daddy and the Atlanta Falcons for all the money that they have to bail out for this little piece of shit. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yes.
Okay, now I could be an asshole. What is the crap that makes national news? Come on. If it's a slow news day, you can get crap that makes national news. It made national news because it was a violation of the stuff that happened. So, Big Dog, did you want to come back on that?
No, I mean, I think it made national news just because it was Shedeur Sanders. Had it been any of the others, I don't think it would have been national news.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. If it rains on the East Coast, it makes the national news. That doesn't mean much. Yeah. I mean, there's a TV show where two reporters are talking. Does it make national news? And one of them says it depends if it's a slow news day.
That's right.
I mean, so I'm being sarcastic. So, and it's fair, guys. it's just we talk about some really heinous stuff, real crimes, and I suppose that was my argument. But you know what? I'm already going back to it. I'm violating one of my own rules. Just shut up, dude. Make your point and move on. And I'm breaking my own rule on this one. So I apologize for that. It sucks. Gridiron Gross said it. An entitled little blank. Yeah. He's never going to be able to repay the loss to the family because that's $100,000 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. And then in other news, in basketball news,
By the way,
But
thank you guys.
By the
That
way-
was a good conversation. That was a really good
Yes, it was.
conversation. Sorry about that, folks. Big Dog, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
the Indiana Pacers beat the Milwaukee Bucks. And in that final game, of course, Tyrese Halliburton was the star of the Pacers and hit the go-ahead and the game-winning shots at the end of the game. It was a very close game. After the game was over, Tyrese Halliburton's father, who has been in all the games, rushed the court and went head-to-head with Giannis of the Bucks and started talking trash to him. Giannis was very gracious and did not retaliate because as a player, scorekeeper, I don't know, I don't think you've ever dealt with this, but having a fan just run up to you, not knowing who it is, you could, I mean, I'm asking since you played, if someone runs up to you and you don't know what's going on, I think you're well within your rights to protect yourself and maybe hit the guy, push the guy down, whatever. Because you don't know what their goal is in running up to you. So Halliburton's dad runs up to Giannis and they go head to head. I mean, they're literally forehead to forehead, or as close as you can be since Giannis is so tall. But evidently he's talking all kinds of trash to Giannis. Giannis was, as I said, took it, did not do anything about it, but in the interviews after said he doesn't have any right to run onto the court. He is a fan. He is not a player. He's not a coach. He's not a ref. He does not belong on the court. I understand that your son hit the game-winning shot. You want to celebrate with him? Then why run up to me? I had no idea who you were. I could have been well within my rights to defend myself. Yeah. Yep. That is so very true.
Would you read that out for some of the people that are listening?
Sam Mitchell addressed that too yesterday. He said his dad got lucky that he picked the one of the nicest guys in the NBA because a lot of would have whooped his ass. That is very, very true.
My question is, this was at the end of the game, right, Big Dog?
The game was over, yes.
Where the hell was security?
Exactly. And that's what Giannis
and
also.
Where was this again? Was this Chicago?
This was either Indiana or Milwaukee. I don't remember. I don't know who was the home team.
Dude,
but
that would never have happened at LA, man. Never, especially in the Lakers arena.
So, a lot of the talking heads the following day on all the sports shows were saying that Halliburton's dad should be banned for doing that because if it was a regular fan, if it was you or I that ran onto the court, we would be banned instantly. Exactly. Maybe even thrown in jail.
We would have been arrested, actually.
Yes. So actually, and then the following day, so this would have been 2 days after the game, the NBA, but actually the Indiana Pacers came out with a statement saying that Tyrese Halliburton's dad will no longer be at any of the games going forward in the playoffs. He will not be allowed at any games. So I don't know if they really wanted to do that, but I don't think they had a choice. Because that is the exact answer that I would get. Well, if I run on the court, what's going to happen to me? If Gig runs on the court, what's going to happen to her? If she runs out onto the Dodger outfield, she gets arrested. She doesn't get
national news.
Well, yeah, of course. Especially if she runs out in that little micro bikini that she wears. But other than that,
I saw it. I've seen it. Damn it. Ugh.
You've seen the micro bikini? Lucky you.
Shit. No.
So, anyways, yeah. So Tyrese Halliburton's dad is no longer allowed at any of the rest of the playoff games, however far Indiana goes. And also, they said they will look into what he will be allowed to go to. They'll look
Oh,
into.
I gotta mute myself. I'm not gonna stop.
So Tyrese Halliburton's dad might be banned for some games next season also, but he is definitely banned for the playoffs.
Great response, Lukey's. Great response. That's a smart ass plus response. That was good. Morgana, who? Yeah. Folks, he should have been fined. He should have been arrested.
Hey, I just got
what?
that.
You just got that one, Morgana?
Morgana.
You just got that one? That was great, Tony. Tony's
The-
a
the
tad
best one-
younger than
the-
we are.
What the
he's
The
hell?
best-
doing that.
What the
the
hell?
best
Philly
one-
special?
The best one that I remember is when she finally ran on, and it was Nolan Ryan on the
Nolan
mound,
Ryan, yeah.
and he like
He
went
was
down to
waiting
one
for
knee.
that one.
Yeah, he's like, all these years I've always wanted her to run out on the field for me, and I finally got it. And he was arms out, down to one knee. I remember that. That was so funny.
Yeah. Of course, I'm related to you. That was good. It was good. Lethal says, I saw something like that a long time ago. The Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Philadelphia Flyers in Philly. Oh, sorry, Philly. I mean, Tony. Ty Domi got a penalty. A Philly fan was taunting Domi. The glass gave way and he fell into the penalty box. Ty
Oh, wow.
beat the hell out of him. Yeah.
Hey, that's what you get.
When someone runs up on you, I didn't see the video, anything. Look, you don't have the authority to just go and take a swing at the guy, but what is self-defense? I was taught in the retail world and in my soon-to-be former employer that you have to create distance. And if he's in your face, you gotta back up. If he comes back in your face, well, that's different. But you've got to do what cops don't do, and that's diffuse a situation. You got to give room. You're not exactly telling him to stop, but Tony knows better than any of us how you diffuse a situation. But you got to give him room first. And if he comes at you again, well, then that's different. But
True, I agree with that. The only problem though is when the game was over, all the reporters surrounded Giannis, so he couldn't back up. The dad got in there and was literally face to face, but there was about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people around them.
We're talking about Halliburton's dad taking on Giannis. It's very good. It's kind of hard to find a employee's family member, but if someone were to do that, if my family were to do that at my employer, they would not be allowed back on the property.
Yeah.
Period. And it's not just during Christmas time either. We all got, anyone who's had a job knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's situational. If it's a nice guy like Mr. Gama,
I'm not a nice guy. I am not a nice guy, trust me.
It's situational. If it's a nice guy like Mr. Gama, you roll with it. If it's Roger, you just keep swinging until you get tired.
Or go after the knees.
Go after the knees. Yep.
I got into so many tussles working for Thrifty well, not with Rite Aid, but when in my Thrifty days, that's how I blew out my knee.
I chased after him too.
Oh no, I got into fights. I got into fist fights. I've busted guys' noses. I've thrown them into brick walls. I've knocked them out.
I did not. I would chase
Good for
them.
you.
And they would usually drop the stuff if they realized that they're being chased out of this. They would normally drop the stuff. And the moment, it was funny because Big Dog knows that when you go after someone, you're alone. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I get that part of it, Big Dog. And this was one of the funniest moments I ever had in my life because I've run out after them when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. And, I chased down quite a few. But there was this one guy that ran out straight away from the store to the parking lot. And I was about ready to catch him. And he dropped the bottle right there in the little cement parking thing where the trees are. So it fell right there. And I stopped. I picked up the bottle and I just looked at the guy running off. And I was like, I could have given chase. I'm like, all right. I turn around. Oh, shit. There were like 7 guys behind me.
The one time you have backup. The one time you have backup.
Oh, man. Yes. The one time I had backup, I gave it up. And I was like, I turned around. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got backup how often, Big Dog? Maybe once or twice, right?
Only once or twice. Of all my times,
it wasn't 7, but I do remember it was Chavez, it was Fuentes. There was at least 3 guys that went out. I mean, we would have ended that guy easy. But
the only time I've ever
I got backup.
The one time I let one guy go, and it's the only time it happened, was because I had him on the ground. We were literally rolling around in the parking lot. I was fighting him, and I had him pinned, and all of a sudden I hear in the back, "Hey, that guy's got peanut," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" So excuse my language. And I turned around. There was these 4 cholos coming at me. So I got off the guy. The guy took off, and they squared up against me. And I'm like, guys, he was stealing from my store. I got my stuff back. He's gone. It's over. And they kind of looked at me. They looked at the dude running away that I had the stuff, and they were like, all right. And they walked away. And I was like, thank God.
And you were also bigger than them, too.
No, these were big guys. No. They would have beat the holy crap out of me.
But you know what, dude? That's actually street justice right there.
Yep. They understood. I got my stuff. Yep. He got caught. I got my stuff back. I let him go.
And I think that's why they let you go too, because they're like, well, dumb shit,
And I was pissed because
guy probably got beat up by them
for getting caught.
Yes.
Yep. And I was really mad because when I was out tussling, I was looking for help, of course, as you always do. And the stupid stock guys closed the doors and locked it and stayed on the inside of the store. Like, you son of a bitch.
That's jacked up.
You guys are bastards. I'm thinking this is I'm thinking this is I'm punching with the guy. I'm like, you son of a bitches. And they're like this at the window watching me.
Oh shit!
Bunch of a-holes. No. I could see that. Peter's so violent. Wow, but most jobs the last few years you can't do that anymore. You get fired. Oh yeah, times have changed, dude. That was the late '80s. You don't do that anymore.
Try it.
Now, Lethal Migraine says if it's Matt, you don't stop swinging until he either admits that he's the A's fan club president or shows legitimate pictures of his chair. Thank you, Lethal Migraine.
But true.
Oh my God. First Lukey's, now Lethal. Thank you. Lukey's, you have been fired. Oh, sorry. Lethal, you've been firing on all cylinders all day, dude. I miss you, brother. I do. And I know I haven't been able to do some of the programs that I'm tired, dude. I'm recovering. But I do want to say, folks, that it looks like the big dog will be ready to go next week. I'm going to try to call in. I will not be doing the program. I will try to call in. So maybe Tony can write shotgun and maybe Gridiron Girl can write shotgun. And it'll be good, guys. We want to continue this program. I know it's hard. I know it's a lot of work. I get it. And I rely on my co-hosts. I show up. I get it going. But the reality is, folks, sorry, big dog. The reality is this program doesn't work without us. And I'm also talking about everyone in the audience. When you got one person here talking, it's dead. It's dead. And that's just the reality. So I'm reaching out to the team and asking everyone to join in my absence. Go ahead, big dog.
So you're saying you want me to ride gig? I'm just following instructions. You're my boss, so I got to do what my boss says.
I was
She's
Shotgun.
giggling.
She's
giggling.
what?
Shotgun.
Damn it! What? What, Gridiron Girl?
Shotgun. I have one.
Yeah, I have one now. So, yeah. All right, fair enough.
So she's saying she's good for 2 blows. Okay. Oh, the shotgun.
Well, it depends if you have a 9 gauge. My brother Lewis had this. I think it was. It might have been a 12 gauge. Now that I think about it, it was a genuine pump shotgun, and he had the real cool ammunition where it was clear, so you could see the buckshot that was in there.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that was crazy. We were having a barbecue at the family house right there in Commerce some years ago, and my father had all of this teja, the Spanish tile, against the wall, and we would find things from time to time. And I've told this story before, but we were walking by, and I immediately could detect snakes. That's my theme. My spidey senses will always find snakes. Well, I said there was a snake, and sure enough, it was like a miniature boa, one of those little it was about 4 feet, and we all got around it. And I guess my brother, being bigger than us, got a little too close for the boa's peace of mind, and it faked, striking him. My brother Lewis lost his shit, to say the least. And trying to bite me. This is a boa, guys. A 4-foot boa trying to bite my 6'2" brother. Okay. My brother lost his shit, ran back to grandma's in record time, probably 7 minutes, comes back. Numerous shells are going in there. And he comes up to it and he says, I'm exaggerating that. He just went, boom, boom, boom. And after about maybe 6 or 7, my father grabs a shotgun. He says, yeah. You could see the boa was like, you motherfucker, you shot me 8 times. Sorry. Dude, it was riddled with buckshot. And it was like, I felt bad. It was just a 4-foot boa, dude. But it got away from my neighbor who had
now, Gig, you do know that in the original story, of course, because it's been embellished over the years. The original story, it was actually a 12-inch garter snake.
No, that was my story. No, it was a boa. Very funny. It was. So, let's see. He says, you mean like my fake hardwood floor? No one has been talking about your hardwood floor, Matt. No one gives a rat's ass. You've been telling us about the chair that you got from IKEA and that you were going to build it. It took you 6 months to build the goddamn chair.
But he didn't build it. His brother did.
What?
His brother built the chair. He didn't build it.
And then eventually, yes, his brother. And then everyone went quiet. We didn't have you on for a while, and we kept belly aching about your chair. And it took you months to fake a picture of you sitting in a chair.
It's an AI. He used the AI.
So that was a good shot, man. I love it. Shows legitimate pictures of the chair. That was good. That was great. What about the fan that fell at the baseball game? Well, he's dead, isn't he?
I believe so.
Okay, he's dead, Matt.
We are nothing but compassionate here at Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Money Quarterbacks on Saturday.
How do you fall at a stadium? Were they
probably not. Yeah, I was just going to say that. He was probably just slightly inebriated and was too close to the railing and went over.
Yep.
I'd be a dick to
Those
Matt right
two
now,
don't.
and I'm sorry.
Those two combinations. Yeah, you're gonna get a very bad outcome.
Um, I am
Didn't you
sorry.
go? Didn't you go to the Petco game last year, or the year before last, that someone fell from the terrace or something in San Diego, or did it happen just before you got there? I can't remember. I thought you and
It was
Giselle went.
not that game.
Oh, it wasn't that. Okay,
Yeah,
but you do
because when
remember what
we
I'm talking
went,
about.
yeah, we went. My Lukey's went with us because she hadn't gone to a baseball game in a while, and I thought we had a good time. I told her, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go to San Diego. I haven't gone to the stadium," and she's like, "Yeah, let's go." And God bless my sister. She's smarter than I am when it comes to money on a personal level. So she is smarter than I am, and when we were going to the game, she was recommending, "Hey, there's a good place to eat. Oh, hey, there's a good place." Rose, we've never been to San Diego. We've got to try the food at the game. Well, there's a good place to eat. My sister was smarter, as Big Dog and I know. We would hit the Carl's Jr. before Anaheim, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, and we'd buy a value meal and we'd enjoy our meal and then we'd go to the game because unfortunately it just got to be a little too expensive
Oh
going
yeah.
day after day after day after day. So my sister was smarter, but I was like, Rose, damn it! It's our first game to San Diego. We have to try. So she was like, all right, fine, you little shit. I'm sure that's what she said. But she tried food at San Diego too, which was actually not too bad. And here, the thing that happened that game was we got there so early. We took a tour of the stadium. We went around. We ate before the game. Well, if the game time was about 7 or 7:30, at about 15 minutes after the game started, their entire POS system went down for
Oh
the rest
wow.
of the
You
game.
guys looked out.
Yeah. Now, Big Dog and I were like, yeah, we're good. Because we always got there early. We would eat early. See, Gridiron Girl, she would have been aced out.
Hmm. Why?
She would have bought once the game started, right, kiddo? You never buy before, do you?
I buy before. You don't know me.
You don't know my life.
Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. It's 8:18 a.m. It is May 5th, 2025. Folks, don't forget, next Saturday is Stamp Out Hunger.
Did you say May 5th?
I'm sorry?
Did you say May 5th?
I could have. I thought it was May 3rd. Yeah, today's May 3rd. Next week on May 10th, it's Stamp Out Hunger. Folks, a paper bag or a plastic bag, whatever, with 2 cans. This goes to your neighborhood. It is the largest collection or food drive in the United States, might even be in the world. And it's held on the second Saturday of May. And you're genuinely helping your neighbors. So if you ever want to do anything, you too, Lethal, if you ever want to do anything for any of your neighbors, this is the greatest moment. So I am smarter, but you're a better smartass. So, yeah, all right. But she didn't deny the story. Notice, didn't deny the story. And it was good. And I think she acknowledged, yeah, you're right. It is our first game going there. You want to try the fare at least the first time. If you go back again, yeah, you've already had the food. Because as a matter of fact, that's what Big Dog and I do now when we go to games, right? We'll eat before the game. And we may get a drink there or just something. But
Yep.
yeah, we will have a meal before the game. So, but Dodgers, you still effed up. When you guys got rid of the Dodger dog, you guys effed up.
Oh. Well, no, they got rid of the Farmer John's Dodger dog. The Dodger dog, I believe, is still there, but it's not Farmer John's anymore.
Yeah, it's a limpy dog. It has no taste, no flavor. Gridiron Girl, how is the Dodger dog now?
Well, they have several options of Dodger dogs. So the one that they have that's on the top of the park, that one sucks.
That's the one that I had on my return in 2021.
Mhm.
It was like,
So are you saying the more you pay for your seats, the better the food gets?
Oh yes.
Let me tell you, when we went to the Raider game, dude.
Oh yeah, well that's different. You were
Was
in executive
really good.
season seats. Oh yeah.
Those were great. Fausto and I were really talking about the food. We're like, dude, this is actually really good stuff. Matt Alvarez, our resident A's president, fan club president. It was nice seeing that video of the baseball players taking a knee for a fan, but that was bad. Plus, the guy didn't know he caught a fan falling until the players started asking for security and medical personnel. We have gone to Philippe's, huh, Big Dog?
I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe Terry Zahn and I have gone to Philippe's. I'm sorry. Oh, we got another like. Tony! What? Just took you an hour to give us a like, Tony? Thank you.
He was deciding.
Yes.
Tony, we don't need anything. Just click on the link, Tony. We could hear the ambient background noise of you driving. Come on, Tony. I'm not going to be on for a little while, Tony. Come on, man. Come on, join us. Oh, Tony, I hope you see the message that I left in the forum. So we'll see. Oh, that's probably why he's going to Philly today.
No, maybe he's going to Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby party.
That's right. He is going to the Kentucky Derby.
I wonder if he's going to wear one of those hats that all the women wear. Because you know they always do those fancy hats and stuff for the Kentucky Derby.
Those are the women.
I could see Tony in one of those hats.
Sadly. No, I can't.
You can't?
I could see you in one.
See,
I'll be back.
He's getting ready.
I've got to go, guys. Seriously, I'll be back.
He's getting ready to get the hat. He's going to put on his little Daisy Dukes, and he's going to do a little shimmy for us with the hat.
Oh, no shimmies.
While he's gone. It was so funny. My one of my daughters, she went and bought some new clothes, and she was trying them on for me. And she's like, look, Dad, how does this look? How does that look? And she put on this really cute blouse and had some fringe on it. And it was like the reflective fringe. And I was like, oh, with that, I go, you got to do the shimmy, that Tina Turner does. So she starts shimmying. And all of a sudden, this girl, my 32-year-old daughter, starts twerking for me. And I'm like, what are you doing? Don't twerk for your dad.
Nice.
She fucking goes and she puts her legs up on the wall and keeps on twerking. I'm like, oh my God. Oh.
You're frozen. Shit.
I'm frozen? No, I'm not.
You froze for a sec. You were. Not no more.
Roger, better hurry and come back because I have about 5 minutes before I take my daughter because I got to switch to the phone.
Yeah.
So how have you been doing? You been doing okay?
I'm okay. I'm trying to.
Day by day? Yeah, day by day.
Day by day. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
Yeah.
You need to go to more Dodger games to take your mind off of it.
I am. I'm going to be going on Father's Day, actually.
They're
playing the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, the hated ones.
Sorry, Matt. But yeah, so.
Okay. So have you ever been to that Lasorda's Lounge that they talk about?
In the stadium?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Oh, is it as nice as they say?
Yes, it is.
How'd you get in there?
My niece.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with the good tickets.
That'll
with
do
better food.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard
drinks.
It's much better food. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like under left field or right field or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. And you could see the game. You could see the the players. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to experience that.
Mm-hmm. I get. I think about that every time I'm up at the top, going, "What the fuck am I doing up here?" Sorry. Like this is only can now I could only afford because they're ridiculous
Yeah,
now.
yeah, the prices are ridiculous.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do, and maybe we could all do it, like you, me, and Raj, and whoever else is in the area, but go to that Cosm LA. Have you heard of that place?
Yes, I want to go to see that.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I mean,
Yes.
it seems like you're like on the field, when they
Yeah.
with the way they do the cameras and stuff.
Especially with
But
football. It's kind of
yeah,
cool.
every time I've checked though, they're always sold out.
How
So I
much
don't know
they?
how far in advance or
Do you
or
know
what.
how much tickets run there?
It depends on what you're watching, but yes, they're
Oh,
it's actually not that bad, I guess, because I guess if you can get some good seating, and it depends on the game, you can probably get in there for maybe $60 or $70.
that's not bad for the
It's not
experience, you
bad.
know?
Exactly. Oh, look at that. Bringing food again.
Mm-hmm.
Discarding us out of the burrito that he's not supposed to be having.
Ooh.
All right, he's back on. Don't say anything.
I can't read it.
You ready? All right. I'm going to switch to the car. I will be back in about 5 minutes.
Toodles. Can't hear you, Roger. I can't hear you. You're silent.
All right. It was a lot funnier the first time. I'm not going to repeat it again.
Uh-huh.
I was like, all right, you're stuck with me now, so I don't want to hear you.
So what are
I
you
went
eating? So
inside. Sorry. I was tired and I haven't had anything. So what did I do? I went in and I got a big slice of my cheesecake from Costco.
ooh,
Tony, this is for you, brother. Look, Tony, that's the Costco cheesecake.
he's having a slice for everybody.
Say what?
The size of your slice is enough for everybody.
It is intimidating, is it not? I owe 2 dozen love lines. Yeah, I'm in debt, no doubt. Matt, you're going to get yourself a Costco card soon? It's actually not too bad, brother. You have to learn how to take advantage of Costco because at first you will probably overbuy, and there's stuff that you probably shouldn't get from there anyway, even if it is a deal, because it's going to expire and it will just be no good. I've been a Costco member since, I don't know, since even before it was Costco. But yeah, it's pretty good. I love this cheesecake.
So what was it before Costco?
I just had the
Cos-
name right now. I was thinking about
Costco.
it. What's that?
What was it before Costco?
I actually have the card in my room, so I'll have that for next week.
Nice.
Yeah, it was something. It was something else.
Hmm.
Are you a member of Costco?
And I do believe, yeah, you save a lot of money.
Yeah, I go to Costco for gas. The price is so good, especially for premium, which I'm forced to buy because of the turbo in my car. Yeah. Hmm. Tony, did you have any comments on that big slice of cheesecake that I'm going to have? No, no. Only when the big dog's here do you comment, huh? Oh, he says, wait, no, I just arrived at the party in northern Michigan at my cousin's. I should be able to be on next week. Oh, great. Thanks, Tony. You're not even listening. Morning, Thomas.
Morning, Dream.
But Costco has a lot of excellent Asian food options that Sam's Club doesn't have. I've never been to a Sam's Club, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But That's cool. Glad you go to both.
Lethal. Yeah.
So, are there any particular stories that you wanted to get to this morning, young lady? Other than me being a jerk to Matt when he says a fan fell down.
I don't know. So you did obviously did MLB, right?
We did a little bit of MLB, yes. Good morning, big dog.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde está el biblioteca? Porque tengo choro.
You.
It works. I don't know. No sé dónde está el biblioteca. Matt says one of the caretakers, I had to ask her to leave. She actually stole my double pack of hot dog buns. What? They stole your food, Matt, from your house?
Oh, yeah, he wrote about that the other day.
Oh, sorry. I haven't been online. I'm sorry, Matt. Did you report her?
I mean, if she's going to steal, why would she steal hot dog buns and not just the hot dogs?
Matt, I know you're Mexican. You have to have had to use a regular bread on your hot dog. That
That's
works
right.
too.
Or a tortilla.
Or tortilla.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
You guys use tortillas for your hot dogs?
Yes.
When you're really poor, you do.
Okay, I've been there. I won't argue that.
Okay.
But
Haven't you? Okay. Try to make like you're making a taquito.
whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. You're asking me if I make or prepare food?
No, I'm saying.
Well, now you do.
Haven't you ever tried?
My microwave is my best friend right now.
I was trying to give you a recipe, Roger.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were trying to give me a recipe. Please.
Try a hot dog from either, a good hot dog, not a cheapo, but and put a corn tortilla and fry it like a taquito. They're delicious.
What does that mean? Fry it. What are you telling me?
Fry it in oil,
Fry it in
avocado oil,
People do that?
not bad oil, good oil.
What do you mean that oil?
No,
Well,
bad oil.
bad oil is like.
In other words, don't use manteca.
Don't use the shit that's gonna kill you.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Well,
You buy olive oil or avocado oil. Those are your two best oils
avocado
to use.
oil or
And if you're too
coconut
lazy
oil.
to actually pour it in the bottle, then get the spray version of it.
Yes.
Avocado oil?
Yes, sir. It's one of the
That's for your
healthiest
health.
one of the healthiest oils you can use to cook with. I've learned that since I don't have a gallbladder anymore. I have to watch my fat intake.
Yep.
So I've switched to a lot of different things, and I've also found out a lot of things that I thought were full of fat don't have any fat. Like strawberry preserves have zero fat, so I can still have my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
No, there's sugar there, dude.
I know, but I can handle the sugar. That's not a
Okay,
problem.
well, but just try to cut down on that one too. But I don't want to harp.
Wait, what are you trying to cut down on?
I don't want to be Debbie Downer.
Well, what today? What's so special about today?
Hey, I'm talking to Big Dog here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you won't listen to me.
Oh, I won't listen.
She's not a Debbie Downer. She's a sexy Susan.
Lethal Migraine says that he lives in a city of 80,000 people. 65% have a Costco membership. It's one of the busiest Costco's in America.
I believe it. Lethal, is it the one with 2 stories? I've seen a 2-story Costco out in the Midwest somewhere. I read about.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be crazy though.
Imagine all the freebies when you.
Oh yeah, you can eat lunch day.
When you're getting the
Yeah, you
food.
can eat all day there.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't understand why I like going there during lunch.
Yep.
Yes.
I used to take the kids there when they were small. I go, okay, guys, lunchtime.
Yeah.
Right.
I met a coworker at a Costco one time. He was an engineer, no less. And I was like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing here?" "Oh, it's lunch." "I'm sorry, what?" "It's lunch."
Yep.
"What do you mean?" "Yeah, dude,
The
I
one
just
in.
go around to all the stations and I have lunch here."
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Dog, way to go, dude." Okay, I didn't. So I do that now all the time whenever I go.
Was that the
Yeah,
one in Alhambra?
no, he goes to the one in Pomona, off
Well,
the 10.
actually,
No.
it's Montclair. I'm a little stuck
Oh,
up.
Montclair, excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, well, I go to
Snooty
the one in San
Montclair.
Dimas.
Oh,
Oh,
you
that's a
go to
nice one.
San Dimas?
That's a nice
Mm-hmm.
one.
A lot of Asians.
What was
So they
that?
sell
I said there's a lot of
so
Asians there.
they sell a lot of bok choy
Ramen. Sorry.
and rice.
All right, all right. We're going down a rabbit hole that I do not want to go down this morning.
I think they eat rabbit too. Yeah, you're right.
Ew.
There was a friend of mine that a seminary brother that was from the Philippines, and I would needle him regularly. "Dude, you lived in the Philippines for a while. Did you ever have Old Yeller?" And he refused to answer me. So I have to believe that was a yes.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, the old Yeller and Hello Kitty.
Oh, stop it. I thought it was just Old Yeller. They have Hello Kitty too?
Oh yeah.
So if your daughter has any Hello Kitty collection items, is it like a shrine or something? Would you ask Kathy if she has any Hello Kitty
No,
items?
she's Sailor Moon. No Hello Kitty.
Oh, Sailor Moon. All right. Fair enough. It's all right.
In fact, she just came back from Connecticut 2 weeks ago. Last week. Yeah. We see a friend in Connecticut.
Why?
Is this Connecticut?
Well, good for her.
Yep, and that's where she saw the Sailor Moon play. Sailor
Oh,
Moon on Broadway.
yeah, not too bad. So, Gridiron
Hope it's
Girl,
not
what
too
else did you
noisy.
want to talk about in sports?
Well, so
You
can you?
mentioned your Doyers.
No, you guys mentioned them, and you asked me about Yamamoto, and I told you that I don't believe he was doing very well yesterday. But that was all we said.
Lethal Migraine says that there hasn't been any reason to go to Connecticut since the Hartford Whalers moved to Raleigh.
They moved to
Well, there you.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Well,
North Kakalaki.
there you go.
Yeah, that is kind of sad.
I'd go to Connecticut just to see the WWE towers.
What's that? The WWE Towers?
That's where WWE headquarters is, Hartford, Connecticut.
And set them on fire. Matt Alvarez says, I need to see the original Old Yeller film. It's sad when they have to kill the dog and not ethically either.
Well, you have to remember, Matt, that movie was shot like in the 50s or so. So when the dog had rabies, you put him down. That's how you put him down.
Yeah, that's not a good movie.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
not a good movie?
I mean, it's a good movie, but it's a sad movie. And
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So are you going to tell us, Matt, that it's weird that it's an old movie from the 50s and times have changed ethically? No. Lito says it was sad. They should have put the dog on a spit so they all could have had a hot dog eating competition.
Oh man.
Wow.
Dude, he's been on a killer roll all day. He has.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, there's no doubt. In the NHL, folks, we do. I think I did mention. Actually, we did go over the playoff rule at the very beginning. Later on today, again, Colorado visits Dallas. The series is tied 3, so this is it. A winner take all. And on May 4th, you have St. Louis visiting Winnipeg again. Series tied 3-all, winner take all. So it's got some good games coming up. We'll see.
So, scorekeeper, how are you going to celebrate May the 4th with you? Since that is mañana.
Well, since I have a Mace Windu lightsaber now, I don't know. Maybe I'll scare the neighborhood and just walk out with my lightsaber and see what the people will do.
You're going to walk out with your lightsaber and nothing else on? Yeah, that'll scare everybody.
Yeah, probably. Matt Alvarez says, I think my Sharks won the other night, but I'm not sure. Matt, your Sharks did not make the playoffs.
I was about to say that.
Never mind.
Matt or Lethal Migraine says, just go outside without a hat on and you'll scare the neighborhood. Thank you.
You know, it's a sad representation of Southern California that the sports playoff picture scenario hinges on the Clippers now. Lakers are out.
Oh,
Kings are out. Ducks didn't make it. So we're all Southern California's hanging on to the Clippers.
Yay.
Yeah.
Wee.
Suck.
Speaking of that, I understand that it was announced a few days ago that the Honda Center in Anaheim, California announces $1 billion in renovations.
Oh, wow. They sworn they just renovated like 5 years ago. Maybe it's been longer. Does it say what the renovation entails?
I'm going to check it out right now. But
$1 billion. That's a major. That's almost like a brand new arena.
Who plays
here we go. Here we go. Good morning, Jason. Says hello, everyone, from your friendly neighborhood engineer.
What's up, engineer? You taking some foot pics for your OnlyFoots?
I really thought he was going to say your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but I guess engineer would do.
Well, he's actually our friendly. He's our friendly neighborhood footman, actually.
Dude, that's for you. That's not for me.
Well, it's not for me. It's for his OnlyFans.
What's up? So says Jason, and of course Matt says hi, Jay. So I'm going to see if I can click on any other details for the what they're going to do.
Who plays there?
I kind of remember them saying. I kind of remember them saying something about like trying to do an LA Live type of thing there. So maybe that's part of why it's so much.
Oh, did you see that? Look, Gridiron Girl. Did you see what Jason did? He put high gig, then Roger, then Matt, then Big Dog.
Well, of course, ladies first.
Yeah, but you know, Roger, he wants to be first.
Well, when he wears the Daisy Dukes, he usually is.
You know what, Big Dog? Just go. Oh, sorry. Kathy's there. I can't say anything.
It's all right. You're in my ear. She can't hear anything.
Oh, she can't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it on speaker. I have my earpiece in.
Yeah, you're probably going to put on speaker now. Anyway,
No.
for pro sports in Orange County, these are the worst of times. The Angels last appeared in the playoffs 11 years ago. The Ducks 7 years ago. The Ducks, embracing a full rebuild, scored more points last season than they had in 6 years. They still posted a losing record and fired their coach. And of course, the Angels are not doing very well. But 3 days ago, there was good news coming for the long-suffering Orange County fans that they've announced a $1 billion renovation of Honda Center. The Ducks are unveiling what might be the most fan-friendly policy ever adopted in a car-centric local culture: easy parking. No more cars inching forward to the parking attendant. No more shuffling through your wallet for cash or credit card. No more scrolling through your phone to find that barcode or scrambling through your glove compartment to find the parking pass. Just drive in, right in, and enjoy the show. We think this will get it will get them in 20 to 30 minutes faster. So parking is the first thing you might see coming to a concert or a sporting event, and getting out is the last thing you remember. So working hard to make sure both of those things are great experiences. The renovations revealed Tuesday include a 5-story grand entrance and community gathering space, new and expanded concession areas to shorten lines, new and renovated
See you later,
suites
man.
and luxury suites, and 3 new parking garages.
Wow. I mean, there is enough space. I mean, we've been there, Anaheim or Honda Center and Anaheim Stadium enough times that there is room, more than enough room to build, the parking structures.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's also in preparation for LA 28, the Olympics. So, yeah. I believe there's going to be an Olympic event right there at the Honda Center.
Oh,
I don't
I
remember.
want to see if they. I want to see if they go through with making SoFi the aquatic center.
They are going to do it right there?
Yeah, because their reasoning is, since usually the aquatics always sell out of all their tickets, they want to put it in a football stadium. So instead of having 10,000 people, they can have up to 40 or 50,000 people. Which I don't think they'll sell that many tickets, but the opportunity is there.
Yeah.
So
It's
they
just
would have to
interesting
make a pool.
Yeah, they're going to make.
Yeah. So.
Several, huh?
Oh, they're going to have Olympic volleyball
At Honda Center?
at Honda, yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should try going to the beach volleyball one, Raj.
Dude, I've been wanting to go to the beach volleyball one, obviously. Anytime girls get dressed up in bikinis and they call it
They call it a sport.
a sport, I'm in.
They have applications for the people to oil them down. Put your name on that.
Really? Jay says, "Hello, scorekeeper, my number one fan. You're so cool. Miss you." That's after Gridiron Girl said, I've got to be first. Yeah, all right. I believe it. Matt says, "I think they're getting ready for the Olympics at Levi Stadium for next year." Matt, what are you on? First of all, the Sharks played the other day, and now Levi Stadium in San Jose is getting ready for the Olympics next year. What are you on, Le Tortuga? Do you know what's going to happen next year? It's the World Cup.
The Winter Olympics is happening next year.
The Winter Olympics are going to happen. Winter.
Where are they there this year? I mean that year,
2026. Italiano, Milano Cortina.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't think they had a.
They're going to be at sites across Lombardy and Northeast Italy.
Okay.
But it's called Milano Cortina.
You're a train guy, Raj. Do you know if there's supposed to be some kind of special train passing through Riverside today, by any chance? Because I'm crossing over the train tracks right now, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different people, all with cameras on tripods, and they're aiming it down the railway.
Okay, that I know of for right offhand. No, I don't. I don't think they're bringing. I've lost track of where Big Boy is.
I'm right here. What? I'm not familiar with Big Boy. What is Big Boy?
It is it's number 414,
Bob?
4014, one of the largest steam engines ever
Okay.
in the history of man. But let me see. There's a team schedule. Okay, let me see. I mean, it could be a particular train that's going by, but I went to Big Boy and I didn't see anything right away.
Okay.
Maybe they're doing some surveying.
No, these are
not.
No, these are like regular people.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Okay, let me see. Train news, Orange County. Oh no, train news, Riverside, California.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sorry.
Or Inland Empire.
I don't see anything at the moment.
Okay, just wondering because, like I said, there was a crowd of people as I was going over the train tracks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
so how soon do you get back, big dog?
We're gonna jump back on the freeway. Probably for about 10 more minutes.
Okay.
12.
Lethal Migraine says that the Minnesota Wild owner is begging the state for about $400 million to put towards an $800 million renovation of their arena. The owner is a billionaire. His wife is the spawn of SC Johnson Wax and is a many-time billionaire. They can piss off and pay for their nonsense themselves. I agree. There's no reason why we should we'll see. For your information, Levi Stadium is in Santa Clara. Thank you, Matt. That is the county. Correct. Santa Clara County. You are so right, Matt. You are 100% right. And then Matt says, talking about me, what drugs are you on, Roger? I sadly am on none right now. I love it when people engage me when it comes to geography. I'm like, man, fresh meat. Here we go. All right, Matty boy. So I said that Levi Stadium is in San Jose. The county is Santa Clara. That is correct. And then Levi Stadium is right next to the airport. Am I kind of right on that there, Matty boy? And there it is, right there, Levi Stadium on the Google map. I wonder what their address is. 4900 Marie P. DeBartolo Way, Santa Clara, California.
I like that it's 4-9.
There you go, Maddie. It is, yeah, right, 4900. You're right. It is in Santa Clara, California.
But unfortunately, Matt, the Olympics will not be held there.
Oh, I'm going to give them the win that it's in Santa Clara. I'm not going to attack every other failure today. I'd have to redo the program again for another 2 hours. So, Matt, why the hell are you not on with us?
Hey! Close your mouth.
That's what I told him.
I am sorry.
What are you eating, by the way?
The cheesecake from Costco.
I can't have that
Yeah,
anymore.
you should have saw the piece. It was enough for like all of us.
Well, unlike the
I,
HBO series All of Us, there will never be All of Us with Roger and cheesecake.
have you ever had their pecan pie from there?
Which one?
The pecan pie.
Why would I?
Oh my God. It's better than the cheesecake.
Do you like pecans there, Gridiron Girl?
Yeah, she likes pecans.
I like pecans.
So is it caramel or caramel?
Well, it depends on how you pronounce it. Carmel does not have the second A in it. So that is correct. It's caramel. Caramel has the two A's. C-A-R-A. Caramel.
And for me, it's easy because it depends on where I put it.
Where do you put it, big dog?
Ask Gabe if he knows.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Gig, where does Big Dog put his caramel?
Guess
Why
you
are you
didn't hear me,
choking?
huh? I don't know, Roger. Where does he?
I don't know. I would F you. Hey, Big Dog, says Lukey's. Why don't you have the police chase you while you're on the air and then say it's just a prank?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Good one.
Yeah, that's funny. I thought we left that one already a little while ago.
Whew.
But that was good. That was good. I like it. All right. Well, unfortunately, because I'm running out of steam, I don't know if we have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, it's been kind of slow. It's been kind of slow sports-wise. I mean, other than the draft, which, the only big news was Shador and how far he fell.
Yeah.
And,
So
baseball's
who
just
did
chugging
get
along.
him? Was it Cleveland?
The Cleveland Browns picked him.
That's where Lethal Migraine said earlier something about that's where people go to die or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
would just
poor
hope it.
Almighty.
What?
Well, the thing was is
I said,
they
poor
draft
Almighty. Sorry.
they drafted him, but Cleveland was one of the teams that Deion Sanders said that his son would not play for.
And
The
they
Raiders
drafted
were on that list, and a couple other teams. I can't remember what the other two teams. I think there were 4 or 5 teams that Deion Sanders said Shador will not play for them if they get drafted by him. That they said that they would pull an Eli Manning and refuse to play. So I don't know. Cleveland took a chance. I mean, it's a 5th round, so they're not losing much. And they
Lethal
do need.
Migraine said Cleveland, where your hopes and dreams go to die.
Yeah.
Now, earlier I didn't see this. Lethal Migraine says, after Matt accused me of being on drugs, Lethal Migraine says, and for your information, Matt's IKEA chair is still at IKEA.
That's because he's waiting for them to build it, and the Swedes are taking their time on the slow boat from China.
You got them all on that one, dude. Hey,
I tried on that one.
Matt, that was an impressive reach. I was impressed. Hey, Matt, all you have to do, if you're looking at the video right now, Matt, is get your phone like this, get your phone, and take a selfie of yourself in the chair, and make sure that you can see the chair when you take the selfie. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And
Put some clothes on first, Matt.
Say what?
Tell Matt to make sure he puts clothes on first.
Matt, would you please put clothes on first?
Yeah, we don't want to see little Matt.
You heard, Matt. Take a picture of yourself in your chair and make sure you can see the chair in the background. That's all you have to do, buddy. And I will let it go. I think Lethal might let it go as well.
Let it go.
So, but all right. So what are your plans for today, big dog? Yeah, I think we're ending. What are your plans for today?
Not much. I'm still recovering, so I mean it hurts to drive. Come on, idiot! What the fuck are you doing?
Wow. Hey,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
no, don't worry about it.
Driving still bothers me. So.
Well, I'm glad you're taking one for the family right now by taking.
Yeah, I drive as little as possible right now. I feel every single bump in the road. In that upper right quadrant. So it's getting a lot better though. It's not as bad as it was. So I think another, since I am only really 2 weeks outside of, major organ surgery. So I keep forgetting that myself. My body keeps reminding me. So I'm listening to my body now.
That's good. Yeah, we mean that. That is good. I myself, I'm going to be able to rest up a little bit today, but I do want to tell you, big dog, that not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, Claudia finally said yes to going to a 66ers game. She says, I will never, ever, ever go to anything non-Dodgers. Never! You can go to hell. I mean, she's been real nasty with me on that. And I'm like, look, it's $2 tickets, $2 parking, $2 hot dogs. I mean, big dog. Come on, man.
I can't have hot dogs no more.
I'm sorry.
I know.
But you can still have the $2 tickets and
you don't know how
parking.
You don't know how bad I want a spicy bite from 7-Eleven. I can't have it.
Oh wait.
Maybe I'll try in a month.
Okay. Matt says that's because people are idiots on the road. Yesterday, someone honked at me. I'm trying to turn into my apartment. Then I got the bird.
With an Eagles fan?
Matt. It's important, Matt, what type of bird you got. We need to know.
Yeah.
So, Matt,
was it an eagle? Was it a falcon?
Matt, why aren't you on air with us?
Was it a swallow?
Did you notice Matt avoided where's the picture at, Matt?
Oh yeah.
I know. He's ignored the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I know, huh?
I know, huh? That's why I love that that Lethal has yet to let it go either. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Well, no. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God. I can't wait till you come back and join us on air, Matt. Seriously. I'm glad that you got over that medical situation. I really am. And hopefully you'll be able to join us back on air soon. Oh, big dog, look at the screen. That's the finger I got from the other driver.
Okay.
He actually shows a finger right there.
Is it a peace sign?
It's what? No, look.
It's half of a peace sign.
Okay.
No, look, it's there. It's a middle finger. So, Matt, you responded to the middle finger fast. Why don't you take a selfie of yourself in your chair with clothes on, or whatever, you can do whatever the hell you want. But do that and post it on Facebook.
His medical condition, you said it's all better now?
For who?
For Matt, you said he had a medical condition. So.
Well, I'm certain he's getting better, but I don't know how much
He's
better.
back to work, right?
I guess he is back to work, but
So
I don't know.
yes.
Well,
He can't
those
take a
Viagra
damn picture of his chair.
pills work really quickly, so I'm pretty sure he's back to work already.
He says, "I will take the selfie." Okay, we'll see. You've told us before. I mean, it took you, what, 8 years to build the chair?
I'll be back. I'm going to switch.
All right, you switch. You transition. All right, he's going to be joining us in a few moments. So, Gridiron Girl, what are you doing today?
Not a damn thing. And Dodger's going to be on TV on Channel 11 later. So, yeah, get to watch them.
Hey, Matt, I think Lito's giving you a whole bunch of fingers right now. That's funny. It's good.
Yeah,
so
look at the weather.
Cannot wait,
it's gloomy.
Matt. Say what?
Look at the weather outside. It's really gloomy.
Oh, that's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
What? Huh?
Eh?
Huh?
¿Qué?
What?
Huh?
It is gloomy. It looks like we're going to have a lot of cloudy skies and stuff. But anyway, I'm going again to the 66ers game this Tuesday.
Nice.
And what is really cool is my assistant went along and she swore up and down. She said, no, no, no. I'm like, hey, pendeja, I'm asking you to go to a baseball game, nothing else. So she relented, and I embarrassed her because I put her name on the big screen of the stadium, and she was stunned. She was really stunned that they did that. And it was really cool. And whenever I take someone new now, I realize that I can ask, and if it's a first time visit, they will gladly post them on the board in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is so cool, man. That is neat. And I do that whenever I take someone new there. But Gridiron Girl, you're more than welcome to join us as well Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Where's the stadium at? Again, sorry, I forgot
Say
where
who?
it's at.
Say what? Say who?
Where's the 66ers? Where
They're
do
in
they
San
play?
Bernardino.
Like where in San Bernardino?
In downtown San Bernardino, off the 215, north of the 10, south of the 210. It's 30 minutes from the stadium to my place. Oh, we got another like. I want to give a shout out to John Gajitos. How you doing, John? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Lito Migraine says, look at the comment above that. I don't accept a picture. Okay. Matt says there's a new t-shirt. You switch you whatever you said. Okay. I'll have to check that out. I think the big dog will be joining us momentarily, so we can end this one on a positive note. Come on, Matt. You got to see your selfie on Facebook, and then I will show it to the entire world, with your permission, of course. So today, I think I'm going to be spending time cleaning up the garage and doing stuff like that. That'll probably be about it. But I'm excited because I will be traveling on Friday. Oh, no, wait. I travel on, Friday. Traveling on Friday.
Where are you going?
And I will not get back until the 17th. So
Where are you going?
I'm going to the East Coast.
Whereabouts in the East Coast?
I haven't decided yet, but middle America, near the nation's capital.
You can go visit Philly?
Say who?
You can go visit the Philly special?
Well, I did tag him in the post. I'm probably going to see if I can, since I'm going to spend like 8 or 9 days over there, I'm going to have more time than when I did last time.
Nice.
So I'm going to be over there. I just made the plans last night. I've been talking about going to New Jersey, and I think those kind of fell through. I said, no, I'm still going. And so I will be over there So I'm looking forward to it.
Are you going by yourself or is Gmo going with you?
Gmo will not be going.
Okay.
Yeah. She has a hard time flying, but the reality is, no, she's not. She's going to remain and continue to take care of her mother.
Good. What a good girl.
Yeah, I guess. And the girls will be here, so it'll be all right.
Sorry.
And then I have actually, well, I'm going to Europe. Oh, there he is. There's a big dog.
I'm sorry, he went in and out.
Yeah, there he is. He's back. Not all original parts, big dog.
So you're going to the nation's capital? Is that what you said?
Yeah. There's nothing good about the East Coast. I like it. Yeah.
You're going to go visit 47?
Oh, I might actually be outside the building while he's there. And think about that. Well, I've already been to the White House twice. And if I want to take a tour of the White House, I have to ask my representative. And I think you have to ask several months in advance.
Yes. I think it's 6 to 8 months in advance.
Yeah.
And even then, you might not get okayed.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But it's all good.
It's all good in the
So
hood.
Gridiron Girl's going to watch baseball today, the Dodgers. At what time?
I'm not sure.
But they are still playing, right, Gridiron Girl? Hey, maybe you could turn on the Sharks replay.
Oh, from yesterday's game? Okay.
Or from the other day, yeah.
Or she could watch the 24/7 cam of Levi Stadium getting ready for the 26th Olympics.
Oh yeah, that I think that's gonna happen. I need to get some juice though.
No, lethal migraine.
No.
What is?
No.
Yeah.
They're probably about the size of golf balls, so that part might be correct. Not you cleaning them, of course, but
I wouldn't know.
I love how they did I guess he just had his medical checkup again.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be 6'3" and 215 pounds. So they showed
Dumb bastard's heavier than I am.
They showed a picture of Chris Hemsworth, Thor, who is 6'3" and 215 pounds or 225, whatever it is. And then they showed another actor who's ripped the same way like Chris Hemsworth, 6'3", 225, and then they show Trump. And it says 6'3", 225.
Yeah. Priceless.
Yeah.
Damn you, Lethal. Damn you. Spit shine for sure. Whatever. Whatever. Let me see if the calendar is open tonight. Hold on. Oh, just now you got it, Gridiron Girl?
No.
So Lethal, are you saying instead of the Haktua girl, we're going to have the Haktua guy?
Oh, stop it. Oh, for the love of God.
Ever since her Bitcoin scandal, we haven't heard anything from her, including whether or not she's been charged. But that's a story for another day.
Hey, I don't know if there's anything scheduled tonight.
I thought your romance show is on tonight.
Well, no, it's not scheduled. The Troublesome Twosome will be on tomorrow.
Yes.
The Troublesome Twosome, our two resident females.
No, I don't.
That's nice. I do not see that they're doing anything tonight. Wow.
Did Gridiron Girl tell you she's going to the Dodger Stadium on Father's Day?
Really? Why are you doing that?
Because they're playing the hated ones, and
That's June 20th, right? Or no, wait, June
no,
15th?
yes, June 15th, and they're giving out bucket hats.
Of who?
Bucket hats. Oh, who? The Dodgers.
Oh, I thought you said bobblehead. I'm sorry.
No.
I will be going to Las Vegas on that day.
Wow.
For some sort of Hispanic conference, right?
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna walk in, get his badge, and walk right back out and go to the casino.
I'm not a gambling folk.
Okay, he's gonna walk in, grab his badge, and walk out and go to the Cheetahs.
No, I would go in and
And as he gets to Cheetahs, he's gonna go and play Are You Smarter Than a Stripper? The game that never the game that never was.
Yeah, that's someone else. Yes. Yeah, we know how tall Biden is. That's very good. There was a picture on Facebook of 47 walking with Biden. We do know that Biden is 6'3". He's always been tall. 47 was noticeably shorter. Yeah, it is. Oh, and he has big hands too. No.
Biden?
He does not. They're very small.
Yeah. Just talk to Stormy Daniels about that.
And apparently a few other hoodlum hoes as well. So it's all right. When they call him the most powerful man in the world, it is a political distinction.
Did you know, scorekeeper, that Stormy Daniels was the only hire that actually knew what she was doing?
That's pretty good. I like that one. That was pretty
yes,
good.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she admitted it too. She knew the situation she got herself into. That was a great interview, man.
Yeah.
You know, but I like I said, I have yeah, okay, I better not say anything. Yeah, especially on air right now. I was gonna say something really stupid. Like, nope, better not. 47 is roughly 5'11" and 365 pounds. Yeah. I do note that when he was running for office, he did lose a lot of weight.
He looks slimmer, yes.
But he got it back fast.
Oh, yeah. He's gained all that back. Plus.
Yeah. He was looking thin. Slim fast works, baby.
And I don't know if you've noticed, scorekeeper or gig or lethal, but if you ever see him on the golf course, where after he takes his swing, and I'm not being mean or whatever, but to me it looks, I mean, he is an older gentleman. He's 77, 78, however old he is.
I think he's 80 something.
Okay.
He's 79.
79, okay.
Whatever.
Seeing him take that golf swing and the pants, I would swear he's wearing Depends.
Oh, yeah. We know that.
All kidding aside, you know.
Dude, there's hundreds.
Yeah.
Swings like Charles Barkley. There are hundreds of pictures where you can see the line where the Depends is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's wearing them.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Whatever. But the one that really got me was when people have said, there's a reason why people don't like standing next to him. Because apparently he's one of those. And
smells?
He does. Yeah, apparently. He doesn't take care of himself. Like, wow.
Ew.
Yeah.
You know who's surprised?
Mao Zedong from China.
Bless you.
Another one that did never. Yeah. Yes.
Matthew McConaughey does not believe in deodorant or any of that kind of stuff.
My uncle did not believe in it either. He would shower like twice a day. And my grandmother
McConaughey doesn't shower though.
Doesn't mean shit. It's a hot day. Put deodorant on.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness, that was funny when she said that. She goes, "It's still hot." Oh my god, that was great. Now, my uncle was not what I'm comparing to. No, he would shower twice a day. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
Still a hot day, baby. Let's see. Kim Jong-un's dad had, 14 hole-in-ones on his first run of golf ever. Dude was a legend. Yep. Wow. And I think Kim Jong-un learned to fly a plane at 3 years old, I think, or just on his first time being on an airplane was able to fly it and land it, I think. Yeah, it's incredible what these God figures can do. But anyway, it's all good. Look, I think we've run out of ammunition for the day. As much as I love being on with the folks, we've definitely strayed for the last 30 minutes from sports. So, folks, head on over to ndbmedia.net and check out, see what's going on. I don't want to promise there may be a program tonight. I don't know because I have to check and see if someone else has it booked. There could be a dating and romance program on tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But beyond that, we will be doing the Andor review tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And Monday Night in America returns on Monday.
Woo-hoo!
So
Woo-hoo!
it'll be back for 1 week.
Cinco de
I'm
Mayo.
going to be on the road.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, it is Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah.
See.
So you should be celebrating with some tequila.
Oh, sorry, what?
With Uncle Tito.
Uncle Tito?
Mm-hmm.
Or Uncle Jose?
And
Tio
tacos.
Jose?
Let me go. Oh, my cat's right here, the old man.
Aww.
So I think he needs a little bit of a... We need Loveline and a hockey show. Lethal?
You
want to
you're
do
the
hockey?
Yep.
Amen. Big Dog would join if you did a hockey show with us.
Even I would, and I
Mhm.
do not know nothing about hockey.
Lethal. Gridiron Girl would join. There you go. All right. So that's going to be it for now. This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. I want to give a shout out to Gridiron Girl, of course, for joining us, as well as the Big Dog. I'm the scorekeeper. Lethal Migraine in the chat room. Matt Alvarez, Lukey's, Jason, Tony, Aisha.
Engineer.
That was Jason. But yes, engineer.
Oh, okay.
Engineer, Kimberly. Thank you for joining us as well. And that was good. Oh, wait. Who was that other one? No, that was Aisha. Yeah. I think that was everyone that commented earlier. So, all right. All right, Big Dog. Anything else?
Today's free comic book day. Anybody who's got loves comics or has kids or grandkids, you can take them to your local comic book store and you will get some free comics.
Matt, free comic book day today.
Not at Levi Stadium.
Very good. Gridiron Girl, anything else?
No, guys. Have a safe and lovely weekend.
If the TSA ever gets back to me, I will figure out if I have time for a hockey show. That's fair. I know. Thanks, says Matt. All right, Big Dog, take us away, please.
All right, guys. Have a fun and safe weekend. Enjoy your sports. Don't drink and drive. If you're going to drink, call an Uber, call a friend, call somebody. Just don't get behind the wheel. Be safe. And everybody have thoughts of gigging or micro bikini. Have a fun weekend.
Bye, guys.